Welcome to Patrick Roberts, our new timeline.
Oh, am I late? Am I late for my own stream? Oh my God, here we go. I'm here. What are you guys worried about? You guys worried I wasn't going to make it? You guys worried I was going to sleep through it? I almost did. Well, welcome everybody. Oh my God. What a day. What a week. What a year. Welcome, Jim, my brother. Welcome, Elgo. Welcome, sweetest, dearest Dawn. Welcome, Crunchy B. Who else? Catherine. Welcome, Catherine. Don't tell the doc that, Jim. Well, at least you guys have been able to keep yourselves busy for a while. Narco or hydrocodone, that's pretty weak dose. That usually. Oh, yeah, but it took 20. What's Jim got you guys talking about? Drugs? Catherine, my mom gets really sick on opiums. Sorry you went through that. It's hard getting sick from the medication when you already don't feel good. What's wrong with who? Tylenol 3 is codeine. I think the opiates in the narco is what did me in. I was praying to die. Well, I don't know what y'all are talking about, but welcome everybody. Jim's been ill with what? What you been sick? I'm his own brother and he don't even tell me what's going on. You do look refreshed, Pat. Yeah. I look like I just woke up. Come on. Hey, Rick. Rick Schwain. Oh, I bet you Cammy's here. Hey, Cammy. I bet you Cammy can't. Nobody can see Cammy. But I bet you we'll see her in a second as soon as I put this link out. Okay, Cammy, I bet you're dying to get in the convo since nobody can see you. We'll bring Cammy in right away. So, anyways, where's my notes? There's Cammy. I knew that poor thing was waiting to talk to you guys.
Hello,
hey,
everybody.
Cam.
Wasn't really dying to come on. I'm having an allergy attack right now. I'm
really?
leaking out of this eye immensely. It all feels like glass.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that you've probably been watching this chat and you haven't been able
for all of 1 minute because YouTube only 1 minute ago decided to bother to tell me that you were on.
Oh, so that's a good thing that it's a good thing I'm late then.
And my phone bleeped and nothing popped up and I thought, I wonder if that means Pat's on, but it doesn't want to show me, and so I decided to check. But yeah, it didn't even show me on the alerts or anything when I checked to see you weren't on the alerts, but I had heard a bleep and nothing was there. I'm going, well, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And then I realized, well, that's probably what they're doing when I'm typing. They let it go through, but you guys don't see. They see it and they go, no.
So you're able to get into Elgos, huh?
I am seen
You're able
everywhere else but here.
This is the only place that you're
This
not
is
able
the
to.
only place where I am invisible.
Adam Miller, Uncle Pat, the earth is flat. Research it.
Oh, and I don't have my
I'm,
phone to read the chat right now.
I'm beginning to believe it is flat. You know, I actually tell people that it's flat too. But everybody throws shit in my face, and I'm like, I don't know. You know, they're like trying to argue with me that it's round, and I say I don't know. I can throw you to a couple people on YouTube that can tell you it's flat. The only reason I think it's flat is because I think there's a dome over us. You know, I think God put a dome over us. It's flat. No astronauts can get in or out.
I won't make a comment on what shape I think the Earth is because I don't know. I'm pretty sure it's not a ball, just from simple science facts that they taught us. Try to get water to stick to a fucking ball. Even if you're spinning it really fast, it will not stick to the fucking ball. You can put gravity in the center of the ball and then add some water. It's still not sticking to the fucking ball. So why the fuck would it stick to the earth because of that? Like, I've tried to explain this. No science teacher wanted to explain it to me. They just stopped arguing it and said they couldn't explain it to me because they didn't know. They actually admitted they didn't know because they would start telling me one thing and I go, okay, well, let's test the theory then. Let's get a ball and put a magnet in the center, a real strong one, spin it really fast and get water, any water, even a droplet to stick to it. Prove to me that any water will stick to something spinning really fast. Like they're saying we're flying through the air and we're spinning so fast. None of it works with their own fucking physics. So that's what I used to blow their story about the round. I'm like, I don't know what shape it is. I've never seen it.
This girl that argued.
Pretty sure it's not round.
Her every time somebody brings it up to me, this girl is around that I ride with, and her biggest thing is that she says that the earth is round, and I say no, it's flat, and she goes, well, how does it get? She said, how does it get dark on one side of the earth? It can't be flat because one side of the earth is dark and one side of the earth is light.
Here's another helper for our theory. The weird part is, has anybody ever looked into why the Atlantic and the Pacific Oceans are actually two separate oceans, even though they're one giant ocean on the earth? Their waters do not mix together. They're two different colors and they're two different densities or something, and they don't mix together, even though they're just water up against water. And I'm going, okay, I could see that if it was like a calm still and it never moved, maybe because of the density, but with the waves and all the jostling and the boats going back and forth, you'd think it'd be mixing because it would only stay separate for so long. Like that to me is a baffling thing that kind of also makes me lean to more of a God creation, because he'd have the ability to do that, but we have no real understanding of why, and any science they talk about doesn't really jive 100% because they can't explain then why when the fish are swimming back and forth, because there are fish that go back and forth, there are boats that go back and forth, like the waves, the currents and whatnot. So why isn't the water mixing? That's a cool one to me.
Let's see. Hey, Joe Dirt. Joe Dirt is here, and Dear Son said we're surrounded by a shield. Catherine, dome makes sense to me. That's interesting. Dome of sorts, Dear Son says.
Well, have you seen that picture of the rainbows that kind of prove the dome, because the rainbows kind of go all over the dome and you can kind of see them everywhere?
That what?
There's a video that has a whole bunch of different compilations of different things on it. And part of it is this rainbow, but instead of having a rainbow that just arcs across, it was a rainbow that arced across, and then it had side rainbows just like it would be if it was like a sundog, and then it had more of them. It went sort of kaleidoscope across the entire dome of rainbows. I don't know what happened that made that happen, but something happened and the entire dome sort of went rainbow, 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 and it just sort of went everywhere. And you could see the whole arc of the whole dome while that was happening because of the rainbows. It was great. Not circulating if they didn't yank it on the web somewhere.
Did you, oh, I wanted to tell you, I don't know if you looked at, damn. Hold on a second. Come on, now. This damn thing sucks. I think the batteries are going out on it. I wanted to switch it off of the blue.
Happy Father's Day, by the way.
Oh, thank you. What I wanted to say was, I don't know if you looked through my comments on my last stream, but Digi commented and he said, "I love Cammy." Did you see that?
No, I didn't.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So,
I haven't seen Digi in a long time. Oh, fuck, they're spraying my sky again. I have to post a video today when I was coming home. There were like 7 or 8 fucking streaks in the sky, 2 or 3 planes currently spraying their little shit all over everything, just ruining our perfectly blue sky.
Oh, and I had another comment. I'm not sure who it was from, but they asked me to ask you to stop when I have other people on, to ask you to stop interrupting people. I guess you cut a lot of people off, so I said I would make sure that I watch that from now on, that Cammy doesn't cut other people off. So naughty you. You cut people off.
Apparently.
Let people finish talking.
I was pretty sure last time I was muting my microphone a lot.
I forgot who commented that one. But you know, I think everybody cuts everybody off pretty much.
It's a way to get in to make a comment, but now it's not.
Oh man, I got such heartburn. It's so bad. I think it's because I've been drinking lemon water lately.
Yeah, that would do it.
Yeah, and I really like lemon water, and I got fresh lemons, and I've been drinking a lot of water.
Else alkalining in between, and that way you cut it and you don't get so acidic.
I've been drinking alkaline water, but if
you add lemon, then you make it acidic again.
Yeah.
I always Google when people buy expensive alkaline water and then add lemon to it because they're taking away all the alkaline. I'm like,
Adam, there's
lemon out of water or teas, and then sometimes just drink the alkaline water straight. I
think you're the only one buffering there, Adam.
Am I buffering?
No, Adam says buffering, but I don't hear anybody else saying that it's buffering. So
I can't tell. I don't have my other phone out here. I can't read chat until I have my other phone or turn on the computer.
So there's I don't know where my notes went, what I was going to talk about tonight. Well, there's lots of things going on. Again, this holiday, this Black holiday that Biden said we have a new holiday, and it's Juneteenth. Day, Juneteenth. It's to end black slavery. I've never heard of this holiday. I guess they've been celebrating it for years. Now Biden has made it a national holiday for June now. The only thing I gotta say about this holiday is, where's the holiday for the Native American Indians? I mean,
Oh, that's coming. Canada's going to be doing that one. They're having a big thing here where the racism here is against the native things. They found stuff from a long time ago that we're having to feel ashamed for now up here, but it's instead of it being the black community, because here that isn't a big thing so much. They've got it with the natives. So.
And Dearest Dawn says Juneteenth. It's Juneteenth.
Yeah,
what
Juneteenth.
Yeah, I've never heard of it either ever. Yeah, they've been talking about it all month, and I've talked about it on one of my streams before, and I've showed photos of this. I think it was in Georgia or something. This big attack. It was a bunch of white people. I guess just white. They weren't KKK, but they were just a group of white people that attacked this town and killed a bunch of black people and ran 10,000 black people out of this town. I've never heard of this, never ever, and I've not heard of anybody talking about it as far as it being like a Mandela effect or something. So, matter of fact, I've never heard anybody talking about this, and I just don't know where it's come from. Just came out of the blue for me. And some people I talk to, regular people, they seem to have been heard, they've heard it before, and I'm like, well, that either means it's a Mandela effect, or that I don't know, or it's never been in my history.
Historical event too. I'd first go asking a whole bunch of people of color, because that would be something probably much more prevalent in their oral history to pass down, to see if that was something a lot of them remember. If most of them don't remember, then I would say probably Mandela effect.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it would be something most white people.
We got Jim the Trucker.
How'd you bring that up? And
hi, everybody.
Are you still stuck on Trump there? We can't hear you. We heard you say hi, everybody, but now we can't hear you.
It was a hat to wear.
Oh, okay. We still got the tags on it.
Ah, crap.
I hear you now.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Can you hear me now?
Yep. We can hear you now.
That's better?
Yep. And you still got the tags on your hat.
I know. I just got it.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, I just got it. Yeah, of course I'm still a Trump fan. Anything's better than Biden.
Yeah, made for a proud patriot.
Okay.
Where's it made? In China?
I know. I like it like that. It's what the tag says is what I like. I don't know.
Did an American make it or China? Your audio keeps going in and out.
Can you read it? Because I'm getting really annoyed. Yeah, that's all. It's
what did it say?
No, it's definitely American made.
Can you hear him, Cammy?
He's cutting
It's made
internet.
right here in. Yeah, it's American made.
Oh, nice. Joe Dirt says
Yes,
lots of buffer.
it's American made.
bars
American
and-
made. 100% American made. Yes. MyFreedom.com.
Who else is getting buffery?
MyFreedom.com. MyFreedom.com. It's made in America.
Okay.
It's all American made.
Okay, gotcha. Put a 1 in the chat room if you got buffering going on. Let's see how many people are buffering, because now I've got 2 people. I've got a.
Fuck on me.
I'm not getting.
Oh,
Are you guys getting any buffering? Who's buffering?
You just lagged a little.
Now is a. Oh. So what
I
you?
wanna check something
So
out.
I can't show it.
I'm going to check something now. I have to go make dinner anyway,
Can you
so
hear
I'm
me?
going to leave. Let's see if it's me that's being hit by them. And if I leave, if your stream doesn't pick up and go back to normal. Because if so, then we know I'm totally being fucked with.
Okay, so you're gonna come back in
And,
later or what?
Can you
yeah,
hear me
give
now?
me like 15 minutes to get dinner started, maybe, and then post a link
Okay.
again. Come back after dinner.
Okay. All right. Sounds good. We'll
Have
see
a
you in
good
a
one,
little
everybody.
bit. Okay, so what is going on with you that everybody in the chat says you're talking about being sick? You're I can't hear you. I can't hear you. You got a toothache? Yeah, I got teeth pulled. Your upper teeth? Oh, you got your upper teeth pulled. And your lower teeth? You got all your teeth pulled.
Every
Oh,
two.
wow.
Wow. So we're playing charades.
Yeah.
Oh man.
When did you get all your teeth pulled? Yeah, you're starting to look like an old man with that mouth caving in on, you know.
25th or-
7 days ago?
Dang.
Wow. And they didn't give you any pain medicine?
Can you hear me now?
Yeah. Crunchy, I think he's a little hyped up on pain medicine.
I had surgery. I had 14 of my lower teeth removed.
He's not even. I think you need to go out and come back in, Jim, because you're. You ever watch an old Chinese movie when their mouth isn't matching up with the movie?
Gone.
This is kind of tripping me out because I hear him talking, but
I know. He's talking and sticking his tongue out. It is so cool that your brother supports you. I don't know if he supports me or he's trying to wreck me. Okay, you need to go out and come back in, Jim, because you're not even. Hey, Crunchy, what's up?
Hey, what's up?
So, have you done any long streams lately?
I did stream for about 4 hours today. Well,
Did you?
2 hours and took a little break, and then back on 2 hours. So
I don't know why I'm not
talking about a bunch of nothing. The usual. I wanted because I was talking to my mom about I was showing her the clouds. They had a like rays and stuff. You know how it comes like and out of rays, like you know what I mean. Looks like the sun's right above the clouds, right?
Mm.
So I was showing her that, and I don't know. I couldn't really talk to her. I couldn't debate about it for like very long. I just kind of threw that out there, and then I was like, it got me thinking, and I was like, I really want to talk to somebody like in depth. So I put up who wants to debate the ballers, and of course nobody came on and debated with me. Everybody just you know Matrix Man, right? Matt Man.
Yeah.
Well, he came on and spoke his mind and point of view, and he's pretty much we're on the same level. So I was really hoping somebody would
Woo!
try
Sorry.
to school me, but didn't happen.
Yeah, so I'm not getting any of your fucking notifications. Because
Are
this
you?
is twice now that you said you've been on for a long time, 4-hour streams, and I'm not getting your notifications.
Are you
And
subbed to with all notifications or whatever?
yeah,
Oh,
I know.
I'm
Unless they kicked me, I have to go through. Maybe they kicked me off of your site, and
I might be out of that. It seems like every time I live and talk about things like the flat turf and the it seems like I lose subscribers, and so I don't doubt I'm shadow banned. Actually, even my music on my YouTube studio, it says I have 3 likes on a song, but when I go to the actual page, it says I have 1 like.
oh, Algo said that they unsubbed me from Crunchy B, and I had to resub. Maybe they me too. I'll check. Hey, welcome, Chris.
See, they don't like me. So whatever.
Hey, what's up, Ash?
Not much. Hey, Jim, welcome back. Do we have
Can you hear me now?
I think you're shadow banned too, Pat.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah,
I think you're
Yep.
Okay, good.
subscribers.
Hi, Chris. Hey, Crunchy.
What'd you
Hey,
say,
Jim.
Crunch?
Sorry about your teeth, dude.
I'm getting an
Hope you feel
echo
better.
really bad.
She said, sorry
Hold on.
about your teeth.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, Crunchy.
So, have you all heard about this? What I forget what they call it again. This Juneteenth.
It is the internet.
It don't even make sense. Juneteenth month that Biden.
Hey, Pat, I got to correct you on something real quick.
Yeah.
You come to find out when we were talking about this Juneteenth once, or not Juneteenth. You know what? I'm messing up. I'm talking about the Black Wall Street in Tulsa. When we talked about this the last time, the riot and that, and you stated it was like 300 people that were killed. Come to find out, it was only like 36 or 39 people who were actually killed, and it was in the thousands. I don't know about 10,000, but it was in the thousands of people brushed out of the area before they burned the place down.
There was 10,000 people. 10,000 people that were run out of town. There were only so many killed, but there were like 300 to 500 that were hurt.
Oh, that could be hurt. But when we were originally talking about it the last time, you were saying 300, and I agreed with you because I thought that's what it was. But after researching it and listening to other podcasts and that, come to find out it's between 36 and 39 that actually died. And your thing about I couldn't tell you, I'm not on any more pills. I had a bad reaction. I haven't been on any pills in 3 days. I'm done with that.
Mm-hmm.
Done. So sorry, I just had to throw that in too.
Oh no, that's cool. Yeah. Well, here comes Crunchy again. Yeah. But the main thing I was trying to make was I never heard of it until this year. I've never was taught about it in history. I never heard anybody talking about it.
The Tulsa thing I've never heard of ever.
Yeah.
But the Juneteenth I have.
Oh, you've heard of Juneteenth before? I thought it was the same
I
thing.
do remember. No, Juneteenth is what it was is the Emancipation Proclamation was in 1862, and then it was actually turned into the 13th Amendment in 1865. The war was over in 1865. The Civil War was over, and Lincoln was assassinated. Wait a minute, hold on. The assassination had already taken place by John Wilkes Booth. The vice president pushed the 13th Amendment, which the vice president was actually a Democrat, which was surprising. But he's pushed the 13th Amendment, and every state recognized the slaves were freed, except for the state of Texas. It wasn't until General, I want to say Watson, I can't remember, but it was a Union general that was finally allowed into Texas in June of 1865. And he's the one that carried the bill or the law to Texas and freed the slaves in Texas. So that's why they call it the Juneteenth, because the final state was now aware that the slaves were free, and it became a full law for the entire United States at that point. Yeah, I have heard of it before. Can't tell you how long ago before, but I have heard of it before. Am I right, everyone? Is that how it goes?
I'd never really heard of it.
I heard it was Georgia, not Texas.
No, it was definitely Texas. And that's why I'm arguing. Even if it was Georgia, why are we making it a national holiday? It was already
exactly
done. The only thing we're celebrating is that it became done in the entire United States. Well, that just doesn't make any sense. If anything, we should be making Emancipation Proclamation a holiday, or the 13th Amendment itself being the holiday, not Juneteenth. That's my argument. If you needed to make it a holiday.
Dearest Don says was not taught in Oklahoma history. Sounds good, no, Jim. Technically, Elgo says technically the 14th Amendment enslaves all of the citizens of the states to the U.S. citizenship, which is a violation of the original Constitution for the United States.
I'm talking about the 13th Amendment. I don't know about the 14th Amendment. 13th Amendment was the freedom of the slaves, except under state. They could still be considered a slave under state. In other words, prisoner.
Yeah, Elgo said a little bit ago,
right.
I'm guessing the north central part of the U.S. doesn't have a lot of black people, and Trucker Jim meant the 14th Amendment.
Oh, is it the 14th? I thought it was the 13th. My apology. I always get them confused.
13th Amendment was there are no titles of nobility. I used to have a Constitution book, and I don't know where
I do, and I don't know where it's at. I think I know where it is. I'm going to go look. Hold on. If I don't bust my ass.
So who are you asking? All right. Why don't we just pause him while he's looking?
No, I'm here. Where the hell is my U.S. Constitution book?
Okay, so Crunchy, I was looking. I guess I'm gonna have to.
I think my U.S. Constitution's in this semi. Sorry. Anyway, go ahead. I'm sorry.
They booted me out of your channel there, Crunchy, so I'm going to have to sign up for your channel again, Crunchy. Am I the only one really choppy? You're not even talking, so how do we know if you're choppy or not? You keep leaving the damn stream.
Who, me?
No, Crunchy keeps leaving the stream and he's not.
Yeah.
Wrong.
I didn't mean to dominate the conversation.
Yeah.
He's gonna start his phone and there was nothing wrong with it.
Like your cat, by the way.
Hey, I've been laying in bed from Monday until Saturday, sleeping, puking, and other disgusting things. Haven't really talked to anybody. Now I'm finally talking to somebody other than my daughter and my son-in-law. I want to talk.
So you got your daughter living with you?
Love the hat.
Yeah, Amber and Lila are staying here.
Oh, really?
And Adam's here. Yeah, and Adam.
Damn, where are you putting everybody?
Don't ask. Brandy's not here though. Brandy's down in Kankakee. It's not an issue I want to talk about.
Yeah. So how's Amber and the hubby doing?
They're getting a divorce.
Oh no.
And she's with Adam.
Adam.
Yeah, remember she was with Adam before? You've met Adam.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, there's probably stuff that probably shouldn't be talked about on it.
Considering they're on the stream listening and watching too.
Oh, hey guys. Yeah, I remember Adam. Okay. Well, I wish them the best of luck. Sorry to hear that her marriage didn't work.
It's all good. She's gonna be fine. She's gonna be just fine.
Don't admit that you might have the Cobra now. Joe, what? No, I don't know what Joe's talking about. He said, laugh out loud, don't admit that you might have the Cobra now. TJ. I don't know what he's talking about. How you're still at. See, happy Papa's Day. Oh, yeah.
Did you see Katrina today?
Yeah, well, no, I didn't see her. I talked to her over the phone.
Is she doing good?
Yeah, she's doing really good.
Is she back in school?
She's always been in school.
Oh, I thought she was out for the COVID crap.
No, she's always been online. She was on.
Oh no, I know that, but is she in the building yet? In a regular school now?
Oh no, she was doing online schooling before COVID even hit.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Oh yeah, next year is her senior year.
Yeah, I knew that.
Yeah, she's doing awesome. She got all B's and 1 C.
Very good. Very good.
Yeah.
So let's get into the real meat of this video I want to talk about. What made you think of going into that place today? And what the hell were them damn things? And why didn't you run when you saw the van?
What video? Oh, the video that we stopped and did.
Yeah,
I don't
that
know.
was
The girls,
interesting as hell.
was it? The girls.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know. We all decided we go by there every day, and we decided to check it out because we want. First, we were kind of like I don't know. We were kind of like interested in what was back there, and we seen all these sheds from the road, and we were wondering what the hell is going on back there, and we just our curiosity got the best of us, and we ran. Huh?
That reminded me of something that would be on Ed Gein's land.
Well, yeah.
Right?
Yeah. Anybody else watch
Texas
that movie?
Chainsaw Massacre, 100%.
Yeah, or remember the movie that came out a while ago where the girl's out in the woods and it's dark out, and
The Blair
all of a
Witch?
sudden, the Blair Witch Project. That kind of reminded me of that.
I've been through that. I've been through that forest in a semi. I'm telling you, your headlights are the only light. It is scary as hell.
Yeah.
Didn't help. I went through there like 6 months after the movie came out, though.
Joe Dirt, you're not leaving us. Get your ass on here.
Come on, Joe.
So anybody else see that? Oh, Elgo's sitting down below. Sorry, Elgo. Hey, Elgo.
Hey, Patrick.
Anybody else? How you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you?
Good.
You
Anybody else?
You look really good. You look like your shingles are going away.
Yeah, it's still numb up here though. It's all numb up in here yet still, but yeah, it's healing up. I hope I get my nerves back up here though.
You will. You will.
Still itches like a son of a bitch.
And Trucker Jim, you're a badass for supporting your brother in his streams. I love that. I literally, I was talking about that in chat, and the people were like, "Yes." When family supports family in some endeavor where it may not be popular or it may not be politically correct, and you support your brother, I love that. So good on you.
Well, the thing is we don't live close to each other. This is pretty much the only real time we get to spend with each other. That's one. We definitely don't see eye to eye on many, many issues, but we love each other like you wouldn't believe.
Family, yep.
So
Oh.
Right, Pat? Am I right?
Yep, I was shaking my head. Yep. Do you? Who is all? Put a chat. One in the chat. If you've seen the video I put up earlier today, Joe.
Obviously, I have.
No, Joe's just done with a tube. He said he's all tired out from YouTube today, I guess.
Oh, by the way,
the link. Okay.
I was laughing my ass off by the time you got to the top of the hill. As he needs oxygen.
I know, I was fucking beat. and then we started hearing the bear sounds, and it was like, oh fuck, now I gotta run back down this hill.
Yeah, I couldn't hear the audio on it. I mean, as far as the bear sound, I saw you guys react to it, but I couldn't hear any audio of it. But it was funny, and I'm sitting there going, "You numb nuts! Not even pepper spray."
Yeah, it was. Yeah, we were kind of stupid in nobody bringing a weapon in with us, some sort of weapon. But
I got a butter knife.
but when we heard them bear sounds, it was time to go. It was time to get out of there. So it was either bear sounds or we ran into Bigfoot. I don't know.
Yeah. You better videotape if you go inside that place.
Yeah, why do you think we should have ran after seeing the truck?
Considering the truck didn't come back to you, I don't know. Really, you really weren't doing anything wrong. You could possibly have said we were thinking about seeing if this land was for sale. We were checking out the land.
Oh, I thought you meant the truck inside that bunker, the underground bunker.
Oh, when you saw the van.
Yeah, the van.
Dude, that freaked me out. You don't know what that van was used for. I mean, it could have been a child molester. It could have been a rapist. It could have been a murderer. It could just be Grandpa's old van nobody wants to get rid of. But it was just creepy as hell.
I know. Yeah, I don't know if it showed up on video or not when I stuck my video camera in there.
Yeah.
Were you able to see the van?
Yeah. I think the sticker said 92 was on the last sticker on it. I think it said 92. I have to go back and look, but yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had a chance to look at the video myself. You're
talking 30 years ago.
Yeah, I was thinking, that van could have very been used for a bank robbery or whatever, and they just hid the van there for whatever. But
it definitely looks stashed.
Yeah, it does. It does. And all them other bunkers. Catherine said she saw a minute or two of the video. Half. Didn't have time to finish.
Yeah, I watched the whole thing.
Dearest Dawn seen half of the video. Let's see. Crunchy Bee's coming back in. And Elgo said I got to click the video, worked too much, and then had a barbecue. Ooh, that sounds good.
What's
hey,
up,
Crunchy? Why do you keep talking about?
Hey, Crunchy.
I think I'm
Hi, Chris.
Hey, Alga.
You were all muted up there, so I didn't want to say hi until you unmuted.
I didn't want to interrupt Jim.
Copy that. So, Crunchy Bee, you had
your all's opinion about a Mandela? Oh,
please, of course.
You had a question?
Go. No, you go ahead, please.
All right, just one little Mandela effect. Means nothing, all right, but it gets to me. I keep expecting one day I'm gonna find residue of it, but I cannot find any residue. The 20th Century Fox, the T is half cut off, right? Have you all seen that? Noticed it?
I have not.
Yeah, like in the beginning of The Simpsons or whatever 20th Century Fox movie or anything, the T is half cut off. It's like on my Motorola phone, I use Cricket, the T is half cut off. Like, I'm not saying all of it.
Did it used to be?
I don't think so. I really don't remember it. It looks so weird every time. I mean, I see the T cut off in everything nowadays. I'm sure it's like, I guess, whatever. But the 20th Century Fox, that one just does not look right to me. In every movie, every TV show, like back in the old Simpsons, it's cut off, and so, it's like, seems like a modern thing. And back in the day, in the 90s, the 90s, I just didn't, I don't know. It didn't seem like it was that.
What do you mean, out of frame?
important.
Do you mean just out of frame?
No, they purposely made the T and the TH like 20th. Purposely made it with one arm on the T. Always the left arm is missing. I don't know. You'll just have to check it out
I
and see
never
for
noticed
yourself.
that.
And
Yeah, I have to, because I
Yeah.
really can't picture that.
And next time you're watching The Simpsons or some movie, it comes on that dun dun dun, dun,
Yeah, I know what you're
you'll
talking
see
about.
it.
All
I
right,
just
I'll pay more attention next time I talk. Next time you're on here and I'm on here, I'll let you know.
All right, yeah, cool. Keep an eye out. It just gets to me. I feel like I keep wanting to find residue every time I see it. Now that looks so wrong, looks so bad. Anyways, it makes no difference. It's something stupid and silly, but that's most of them.
Most of them are. I mean, look at the Ford
It comes
emblem.
down to things
I mean, that's
like history changing, and then
But what you call
Anyways,
it, Bears?
I'll go.
That don't make any sense either.
Were you gonna ask me a question earlier, or did I lose sound again?
Sharky said
See,
that
I'll have to get on my
saw
computer.
that-
I'll have to
that
get on my
Crunchy.
computer. I lost sound again.
Crunchy.
I'll be back.
Crunchy.
You lost sound.
He lost it.
You lost audio.
Yeah.
Oh, dang it.
Well, anyways, Sharky said Crunchy that he saw it. It's same way on the cartoon intro for the Cannonball Run. Huh.
Oh, okay. So it's
Sharky,
been a long time. Cannonball Run was in the early 80s, I believe.
Late.
Mid 80s?
Late.
Was it late 80s?
Yeah, probably like
God, I'm getting
87 or 88. No, you're right. It's probably like 84.
Oh, you're
85.
right. Yeah, because I remember I was probably just going into high school when that came out. And I went in 84 was my first year of high school.
We can find out.
Oh, yeah, I got my other phone.
No, that was it. 81. Holy crap, you're right. It's 81.
Oh, wow. Yeah, 81.
Dom
Wow.
DeLuise. Burt Reynolds.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Burt Reynolds.
See, that's how old I forget. Smokey and the Bandit was in the 70s.
Oh, yeah.
That doesn't sound right.
Like 78, and then Cannonball Run came out after that.
Yeah,
That's
wow.
Yeah,
We're just
you're
getting
right.
old, guys. We're just getting old, guys.
Yeah, we are.
Holy shit.
Yeah. Smoking the Bandit was definitely 79.
Yeah, you are.
Because that was in the peak of
Chris.
Dukes of Hazzard time.
We're gonna
Yeah,
find
I'll tell you one that baffled me the other day. I don't know how we got on the subject, but we were looking up the Golden Girls. And it's saying that the Golden Girls started somewhere in the 80s. And I'm like, what?
87 or 88.
No, I think it was even sooner than that.
May have been 86.
Smokey and the Bandit was 1977. The Golden Girls ran from 1985 to 1992.
85, yeah.
That's so crazy.
Yeah.
I don't remember Golden Girls being on in the 80s.
Yeah, because you were like 7.
No, I was
Look how
Golden
young.
Girls was definitely in.
No,
I was like
no.
15 years old in the 80s.
In 85?
In 85,
Right,
I was
yeah.
about 16, 17
16.
years old.
Yeah.
So
Because-
I was in 15.
you were never watching the Golden Girls at 16 years old. Why the hell
No,
would you do that?
I know that, but still, that's when Back to the Future came out, and I don't remember the Golden Girls being out at the same time as Back to the Future.
Yeah, and see, I think Back to the Future was probably 85
Yeah,
because of my high school days.
yeah, it's 85. I went to see it in the theaters with my girl back then.
I did too.
Did ya?
What year?
Yep.
What year were you born, Algo?
1967.
Okay. Pat was 69 and I was 70.
Let's see. Back to the Future, to be exact, 1985. Yeah, I was a junior in high school. I took Jennifer Banger to go see Back to the Future.
Excuse
Yeah,
me,
I
Aldo.
was-
Banger.
Patrick,
Did you?
he needs the link.
I took Irma Henderson.
Algo, you didn't answer.
What was the question?
I said, did you?
No, not then.
I did. And I was only a freshman. She was a year older than me.
Nice.
But we dated for a couple of years, though.
Hey, lateral. So yeah, Crunchy Bee's looking for the link, and if I can't paste it because it comes out as some weird thing.
Then I thought I just put it in there.
Did you? You might have. Oh, there it is. StreamYard. Okay, wait a minute.
I guess where
Copy. Yeah, for sure.
I just threw it in there again.
Part of why I hope Crunchy can come back on, because he asked about, I mean, I know you guys don't like to talk about flat Earth, but he asked about the local sun. And I actually took a video on my BlackBerry that I think proves a local sun. And I put it in another video, but I can share it and play it if you would like me to.
Yeah, what do you mean by a local sun?
A sun that's way closer than 93 million miles.
Yeah. Yeah, go ahead, play it.
Shappy is here. Look at Chappelle's here.
Hey, Chappelle.
Hey, Sheppy. Hey, Crunchy.
Hey, Algo, what were you talking about? The local sun?
Local sun. You talked about that earlier. You mentioned that earlier.
Yeah, it's kind of obvious to me.
Well, I took a video on my BlackBerry, and I've got it ready, and Patrick's going to play it.
Cool.
So we'll see how this video
there
comes
audio?
out. Sun's right there.
You didn't share
Big
audio,
old
Patrick.
cloud right there.
I can hear it.
Oh, you can? Okay, sorry.
Yeah.
So we'll see how this video comes out. Sun's right there. There's a big old cloud right there. The far end of the racetrack is in shade, but I'm not.
I see that shadow
and
so
if that
close.
were 93 million
Yeah.
miles away, it wouldn't be in shade an eighth of a mile from me, and I would
Yep.
not be. So that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
All right, I don't know how it's going to come out. We'll see.
Yeah, it's just like if you take a piece of paper and put it over a light bulb, it'll cast that shadow. It's so close.
I mean, like, literally impossible if that thing were... If the cloud can make the shadow downtrack, and it can't do it on me, it cannot be 93 million miles away. It's impossible.
Yeah. I totally agree.
Do you have a fan on, Crunchy Bee?
It's probably my computer fan. I'm looking for... Okay, hold on. Is there a way... See, I have a microphone on this like headset that I'm using, but I think it's still picking up the microphone on my computer. Can I turn that off and use the microphone?
Give it a try.
on?
Give it a shot.
How? I don't even know how.
It's just like a background buzz.
Hmm?
Hey, Shappy.
So,
Yeah.
Patrick, what do you think about that, Patrick?
Well, I definitely believe that the sun is within the what do you want to call it? The
Firmament.
Firmament, yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Brandon Mitchell.
Because I see clouds that are giving other clouds a shadow.
Right, exactly. Yes. And so that couldn't happen if the sun were out there in alleged quote unquote space.
Right. I point it out almost every morning because we leave here at 4:30 in the morning. And by the time we get to a certain area on the road where we're on top of a bridge and we look straight down as the sun's coming up, we see all these beautiful colors, and then we see different shades of clouds. You know, it's like it's already given off a shadow to the other clouds.
Right.
It's amazing view. I should start taking video of it and putting it up.
I think you should too. Because it doesn't mean the place is flat. All it means is that they told us lies about where we live.
Right, exactly.
Right?
Yeah.
Because
Yeah,
who the
I
fuck
do.
can who can know? Who the fuck can know what this place is?
Right.
Bonsoir, Brendan
That
Mitchell.
would explain why the northern lights are getting closer to the south now. That would explain if the sun's closer and putting on more radiation.
Right?
Then that means we're getting closer. Because I'm hearing they're seeing the northern lights and as far as Seattle and New York.
How many miles
That's
have you
never
driven?
happened before.
No, that has never happened before. I don't want to. I want to shift gears, but I don't want to derail you from the local sun / we don't know where we are. But Trucker Jim, I want to ask you a question, my friend.
Depending on where you're
What's
at,
that?
actually in New York, you can see the northern lights and always could.
Yeah, if you're in upstate, yeah. So, Trucker
Anyways, yeah,
Jim,
you wanted to ask a question?
how many miles have you driven across the nation? Would you guess?
Over 2 million.
Okay. From driving across the United States, back and forth and up and down and left and right, do you think it's really possible there are 340 million people in this place? I know it's a tough one and I caught you off guard, but I've driven to both coasts many times, like 4 times, and the vast majority of this place is empty.
That's true, but when you get into major metropolitan areas, and we're not just talking Los Angeles, Chicago.
No, you're talking
there are
Kansas
large
City.
cities.
Yeah,
We're talking. There's large cities all over.
Austin, Dallas.
Even Wichita, Kansas is turning into 300,000 people, and it's noticeable. Traffic in just about every metropolitan area has increased over the years that you wouldn't believe.
Right.
Now this past year with the COVID, it's been really a breeze as far as traffic is concerned. But to say that there's over 300 million, that'd be really, really hard to say.
Right.
I mean, I personally could not conceive what 300 million would look like to begin with. To answer that question.
Yeah, no, thank you. No, you confirmed everything in my thinking, so thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
Yeah. And I
I like questions like that. That's easy.
I know I told you I like that you support your brother, but I like you as well.
There you go.
If you ever get your own channel, I will subscribe. Hey, propagate this
Oh,
light.
thank you. I thought about it, but I'm not ready yet. But thank you.
Yeah, if you ever do,
Hey,
I will.
propagate it. Okay. Hey, Prop.
Hey, Texas Danny is in the house. Hey, Propagate.
Hey, does my audio sound any better?
You know, we still got the background thing, Crunchy B.
I'm sorry. I guess it's the best I can do.
No, that's pretty good. That's better than before.
All right.
How is everybody doing? How you doing, Crunchy B?
Chappelle, I am looking for your. I am trying to get on there so I can grab your video. So, panel, go ahead and keep talking. I need to search for Chappelle. Chappelle sent something to me, so I'm looking for it.
Actually, Propagate is talking. Let's hear him out. How you doing, brother?
Everything's good. How you doing?
Good.
Okay. What's
Go
going
ahead,
on,
do what-
Crunchy B?
What you got to say? Here you go.
Hey, I'm pretty good. Just my mom almost ran over a cop tonight. That was a little scary. I asked her for a ride. A cop. There was a.
Oh my!
They pulled somebody over on the side of the road, and there was nowhere really to pull over. But yeah, I had been drinking a few beers, so I was like, "Can you give me a ride to the store?" And she just flew by this cop. They had a blue light flashing, but it was kind of weird because they were like right behind the car, and then the car's headlights were really bright. I think they had their brights on. We couldn't see much of anything, but she should have slowed down. But I was like, slow down, and the cop yelled at us. I was like, man, it was a little scary.
Are you in Michigan?
No.
Okay. You said blue light as the only light you saw. I'm like, Michigan's the only state I know that only runs a blue light. But anyways,
I know. That's
sorry.
what I thought too. I thought it was blue and red. And I was like,
yeah,
I've never seen a cop with just a blue light. And
yeah, or the city of Chicago.
And yeah, it was weird. And I think cops should have reflective gear, like on their pants. Why not? Like a bike? Why shouldn't they? They're on the side of the road, a country road at that. Just a 2-lane road. They should have reflective gear.
I think they should not be allowed to have those brights on.
Yeah.
Where cross traffic comes, because us truckers, they blind us.
Yeah. Yeah.
At nighttime, that is.
Hey man, I gotta give you props. You're a hero. Those truckers, man. Yeah, that's some hard work. I can't imagine. I couldn't do it. I'd fall asleep. I'd end up killing somebody. And then being away from your family that long that's the thing, Being away from your family for that long.
It's not a job. It's a lifestyle.
Yeah.
Unless you can live with that, you can't do this job.
Yeah, I couldn't. So I got to give you props for that.
We are the last of the wagon trail.
Pat, his last stream, he was talking about how things seem to be going empty on the shelves and stuff. Do you, as a trucker, notice any less traffic or really?
No, it's not so much. Well, it is a little bit of less traffic, but we're going to have a very tough winter next year.
Oh.
Yeah, it's going to start in the fall, and it's going to go downhill. I don't know how bad, but it's definitely going to be. I personally think it's definitely going to be to the point that there's more than 50% of the nation will be going to pantries.
Do you see that at all, Crunchy, when you walk in the stores?
No, I really don't. But then again, I don't haven't really needed a lot, and no, it seems pretty full to me.
I deal strictly with food, meat, and and I get a lot of inside talk with a lot of these farmers and that, and something's happening. Something's not going to be good this year, and it's already starting. Between the prices, China buying off all this land and all these farms, and they're going to try to starve us.
China is buying farms.
Oh, they bought millions and millions. What is it? Oh, can't remember the exact amount. I think it's 150,000 acres of land just in the last 6 months of farmland here in the United States.
See, I
Why?
think they're all one and the same. I think China. I mean, you could disagree with me on that, but I think all the powers that be, pretty much everybody in the UN, is in on it. It's all an inside job. I feel like
Well,
it's gonna.
you do know about the law that was just passed by Governor Abbott in the state of Texas, that Texas cannot no longer sell any residential or commercial land to anyone connected to China. They made it a law within the last, I want to say, 10 days.
Well, that's good.
That's what every state needs to do.
Yeah, it's our biggest state, but isn't Texas, like, a lot of it's not really farmable, is it? Or is it? I thought it was kind of.
Oh, yes.
I've never really been there. I just kind of picture it kind of a desertous place.
Oh, the state of Texas?
Yeah.
Oh no! Oh no! Hey, if you get into western Texas, like around San Antonio, down to western part of west of Houston, yeah, that's very deserty. But when you go East Texas, Central Texas, and definitely Northern Texas, absolutely beautiful. Just like West Virginia, pretty much.
What are you showing us, Patrick?
Okay, Chappelle sent me this, and it's Ben Affleck and Lopez. They have a relationship going, and they sealed their relationship with a kiss. Look at her hand.
Her hand. I saw it right off bat.
Masonic.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
that's supposed to be Jennifer Lopez and Ben Affleck.
Yeah. And she's showing us a Masonic.
Oh, okay.
It's not okay.
But I mean, that's what it looks like.
Yeah. That's what Chappelle wanted me to show you.
Yeah. Probably all staged. All of that's staged.
Oh. Everything you see is all fake.
Yeah.
It's all nothing but bullshit. And I surely don't think there's 300 and something souls in America. I don't believe there's 7 billion souls on this earth.
I don't either.
I think a lot of them are some sort of.
I think our election proves that there's not 330 million. We don't get more than 160 million people voting, ever.
Yeah, and I don't see how a lot of these people do not see through what happened there. You know, I don't follow the left or the right anymore, but I'll tell you, the people that stormed the Capitol were that was all fixed. That was all they were letting.
It's all coming out.
They were letting these people in, and yeah. So I don't. It's all a show. It's all a movie playing before our eyes.
I still want to know who shot Ashley Babbitt.
Yeah. You know, I don't even know if she was even really shot, you know. Some people say that that's not how a person dies when they're shot, you know, and I don't know. I've never been around a person that's been shot, so I can't tell you.
Well, I feel stupid asking this, but Ashley who?
Ashley Babbitt, she was the one that was the only person that was killed.
In what?
Well, they claim
at
in the
siege.
Capitol riot.
She was the girl walking through the window, and the guy shot her.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Allegedly.
Yeah, that looks so fake.
just like the one cop was bashed in with a fire hydrant or a fire extinguisher. Come on.
And then
Really?
he went back. Then he went back to the precinct and had a stroke.
Yeah.
Yeah, the next day. Yeah.
Believe none of what you see and half of what you hear, and you might be okay.
Yeah, exactly.
And they tried showing a videotape of somebody throwing a fire extinguisher and had hit a Capitol police officer who had a helmet on. That it hit him. That was the police officer that was bashed with that. And you're like, dude, he had a helmet on. He could have survived a motorcycle accident. What do you think? We're stupid?
Hello, Carla.
It was lame. It was lamely thrown.
Carla
I'll
said,
go.
it's a big club and we ain't in it.
I've heard that saying a lot. Believe none of what you see.
Yeah, and half of what you hear.
Yeah, George Carlin.
I've been hearing it like crazy a lot, and well, if we can't believe anything we see.
Well, you can't anymore because of the deep fake technology. You can't believe anything you see.
Well, we're not talking about on the screen. What about
I'm still
in real
waiting.
life?
I'm still waiting for the alien invasion.
They're here, man.
Fake alien invasion?
Oh, yeah.
They've been here the entire time.
The War of the Worlds?
Yeah.
How did we become so AI so quick? They're here.
Yeah.
Okay, so since you guys think they're here, tell me, are they interdimensional or are they from outer space?
They're interdimensional.
I think we're just like us.
I don't believe in aliens.
Well,
two.
Here. Okay, go ahead, Pat.
If there are some sort of aliens, I would believe they're demonic.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
and
they're probably
I'm
the
on
Democrats.
I'm on the edge about that.
So interdimensional.
Here's what I think.
Yeah.
I don't believe they're extraterrestrial. I don't think they're terrestrial at all. Maybe there is two different kinds, but from what I see personally, what I record with my camera, I just see balls of light, and they're intelligent. They interact with me, but they're balls of light. They're not spacecrafts. I'm not saying there isn't. Maybe they're governments. I don't know, but I see
like
balls of
orb?
light. Yeah, like orbs. I've seen
Like
so many of them. I've seen these things come like in my room. One time, it was like inside the fabric of my ceiling, like or whatever the material. It was like it swept across my ceiling real fast, and it was like as I was watching UFO videos and like thinking real heavy about it, and I had been recording them outside like all last year, and I just did once last Thursday or Wednesday or something, but it was the first time I had this year. But last year I was doing it every night, and I could see half of them satellites, if you want to believe in satellites, because they were steady and in a straight line. But every now and then I'd see these things that, and I've had a very, very close experience with one. I talk about this so much. I probably talked about it on Pat's. I probably talked about it on my stream, but I don't know if you know how I'll go. And I feel so like stupid telling it because I'm always on drugs, which is, I was on LSD, right? Or what I was told, a paper blotter. And it was me and my girlfriend, and we went outside to smoke a cigarette, and I had been seeing, these satellite-looking star things go across the sky a lot. But this time, she pointed one out while we were out. She said, "Hey, there's one moving." And I was like, "Oh, you're right." And then it came right over to us. And the thing was, it was a really cloudy night, and we were right in a big city. And it moved the clouds around it to where, like it had control over the clouds. And it stopped right above us. And she got scared and ran inside. So, I mean, we both were seeing it. You know, it wasn't like a shared hallucination or something. It was a real thing.
Question.
Yeah.
Okay. Is there any possibility that the reason the clouds separated is from expulsion?
Maybe, but no. See, the way
just my curiosity.
it wasn't like a plane going through it and separating it. You know, it was like a circle,
like
around
air.
it. Like a.
But I'm
like
saying, could it like air,
like
air pressure push it away?
No,
like
no.
16, 20 feet away.
I think it was more like a magnetic thing around it. So
okay.
But I think it was purposely. It purposely did it. I don't think it was like. It didn't look like a craft. There was no edges to it. It was just a ball of light, like a little mini sun. Except, you know, it was white. It had all the rainbow-like colors through it and stuff. But it was white.
Did it have streak?
No, it was just.
Or was
it was moving
That's
so
what I
slow. So slow, there was no streak or anything. And it hovered right above me. And my girlfriend got scared and ran inside. She was like, I'm not getting abducted. And she's like, I got to check on the kid. And she wasn't going to let the kid get abducted. So I was like, you know, I'm glad you're here to stay with, you know, but I'm going to stay out here. And because I didn't feel scared of it at all, which is a really big sign for me that it wasn't bad. It was just the feeling of it felt really benevolent. It felt didn't feel
Can
intrusive.
I tell you something?
Yeah.
I got a personal experience that kind of collaborates what you're saying. You want to hear it?
Yeah.
Okay. I can't remember which one of my daughters was with me, but we were in the car. We were driving. It was a dark night down a dark road. We came to a stop sign. All right. There was no light, no light other than my headlights. We saw a ball that came from the driver's side across the street in the field, came across the highway or the roadway, came to the stop sign, turned, came to the left of our car, came through the passenger window, right across my daughter's chest, right to the middle of us, and went out the back of the car. There was no streak. All it was a light by itself, and it wasn't illuminating from anything. And then the pattern it took couldn't have been anything but whatever this orb was. It's the only time I've ever seen anything. I've been throughout this country. I've never seen any stars move. I've never seen UFOs, but I did definitely see this.
I totally believe you.
The most weird thing.
Like a tiny star, right? Like
it was about this big around. That's how big around it was.
See, they can
bigger than
be,
a tennis ball.
They can be. See, when it came over to us, like when she first pointed it out, it looked like a star way up in the sky. And as it came and it hovered over us and split the clouds, I was like, well, it can't be that high because it's splitting the clouds around it. And then it stopped right over me, and I couldn't tell at the time if it was getting lower or if it was getting bigger and brighter. You know, from the perspective, I was like, I think it was getting bigger and brighter. But I think that's the thing, is they can be tiny. They could be right in front of our face and be invisible. And I've seen these little flecks of color, little flecks of light sometimes, and I always want to brush it off like that's just something on my eye. But it's really cool.
You always catch in your peripheral.
Yeah. And I'm like,
I get that too.
Brush that off. But I do think they can be tiny.
You think it's like a floater. You get to convince yourself it's a floater.
Yeah.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah.
You're not alone then. I know exactly
what
you're talking about. I don't have as much interaction as you do, though.
Yeah, I've had a friend. Well, the fact that you said it went through the car is pretty close encounter. But
the beauty of it, it was going fast until it got to the stop sign. When it came to the side of the car, and then through the side of the car was kind of fast, but not too fast. And then when it came through to us, it was like slow motion. It was just barely moving. And then as soon as it got in between us, it took off.
Yeah, I've had one friend basically describe exactly what you did, except he said it went over the hood of his car instead of through it.
Yeah.
And I
This definitely went through.
I mean, I've been seeing them since I was 16. I just didn't really.
I honestly can't. I can't honestly tell you if we had the windows down or up, though.
I didn't
don't remember.
I didn't know what they were at first. When I was younger, I brushed them off as like satellites. Except there was one time, it's a great memory. I had sex in a field. I was like 16 years old. And, we were laying in the field looking up at the stars. And these two satellites or whatever. And, and they come over us, and I'm like, look at those. And she brushed them off as satellites. I was like, I don't know. They stopped. And I was like, satellites aren't supposed to do that. And then they just disappeared as they took off again. And I've been seeing them. And now that I can record them, it's amazing. And it's the same way with my music, though. It's like I finally recorded this. I finally got it, and then I show somebody, and it's like maybe a couple of people are like, hey, yeah, but it seems like it should. To me, it's like groundbreaking. It's like it proved that totally proves we're not alone. These things are intelligent, but at the same time, just like we could brush off of a little blink in the sky, or just brush off a Mandela effect as I misremembered or something. It's so easy to just and they're so smart that they leave it open to interpretation or open to your mind. If it's like a direct interaction, you're looking for them, I really feel like they will interact with you. They don't feel bad to me, but there's so much out there that says they are demons, and I don't know. I mean, they may be right, but they don't feel bad. I've seen shadow people. The darkness, that was horrible feeling, like making me want to not ever live in this world. Like, I want to kill myself. That's the way. And I wondered why I was feeling this way until I saw that shadow person. And I was like, oh, now I see. And I don't know. Maybe they're one and the same, because how can you cast a shadow without a light? So maybe they're kind of playing tricks, like maybe they are light, like, Lucifer, playing shadow man on the walls of the cave that we see, Does that make any sense? So I could see why, like, they could be tricksters and make us want to believe. I don't want to go, like, when I was like Saul got really close to that one, I wanted to go with it. It felt so good. I wanted to like fly up into the light with it. But then I thought about my family and everything, and I don't want to also be. But see, that's the thing. It didn't seem intrusive. It didn't feel like it. It felt like it was all up to me. Like it wanted me. If I wanted to go with it, I felt like I could have, but I didn't. I didn't want to go with it, so I didn't. But I also don't want to be the bug that flies into the light and gets zapped. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be attracted by this feeling that might be a lie, They can lie to me. I don't know. People can lie to me. I just...
Uh-oh.
So, anyways, I'm done talking.
No. I'm sorry. Somebody just said, uh-oh, and we just noticed that we're having a storm and the lights are flickering.
Oh. No, it's not. I was just kind of done talking anyways.
No, we were all
are
listening.
you guys trying to say that orbs are demonic?
I don't know. I don't think so. But there's a lot of people, especially Christians, say that they are.
I don't know. I don't think so. I was very at ease what I saw.
Yeah.
I chalk it up as an orb.
I mean, I've been around a lot of orbs, and I've never felt anything demonic about them.
Yeah, me too. I don't know. It just seems like a lot of Christian, any kind of UFO, UAP activity. Because when I think UFO, I think, well, although it means unidentified, so, but when I think UFO, I think like a craft, you know, like they told us back in, what was it, 80s, that Roswell crash and stuff, you know, and they found those videos look so fake. Like,
hey guys, I gotta go. We got a tornado warning.
Oh crap! All right, man, be safe.
And we're in a mobile home, so we gotta go.
All right.
Take care.
All right, love you guys. Love you, Pat.
Yeah.
Good night, Jim. Take care. Good to see you, buddy.
Goodbye. No
make
doubt.
A channel,
Bye-bye.
make a channel. Make a channel. Make a channel.
All right, sounds good. Do you get that?
Holy cow! Was he shooting at the tornado? Sorry.
Orbs and shadow people will not hurt you.
What's that, Chris? Say it again.
Shadow people and orbs will not hurt you.
No, 100% not.
Not physically, but I do
not
think
even mentally.
Not even spiritually.
Yeah.
No.
They
They're a
have
figment,
a
brother.
hold on
They're
you.
a figment. They're a figment.
Well,
of your imagination.
No, they're a figment of the reality's imagination.
I think it is kind of like I don't know. I've felt really, really bad the one.
I'm sure because you're being tested, and they're a figment of this reality's imagination, which is not what us humans are doing here. And I'm sorry, Crunchy. Do you have like a fan on again?
I'm so sorry. I don't know what to do. Hey, let me switch headphones and see if it helps. Hold on.
Okay. And to your point, Chris, if we get sucked into a story about a shadow man or about Mothman or about aliens or about whatever, it's a fictional story. It's a mind virus that cannot physically hurt you. It does take your attention away from being yourself and experiencing this realm. But yeah, none of it can hurt you, Crunchy B.
Is the audio any better?
No.
No. I don't know what to do. I mean, I can get on my phone, but I'll probably lose audio.
No, it's okay. It just sounds like you got a fan in the background.
It's the computer, friend. I just can't do anything.
Go ahead, Patrick.
I said it doesn't sound bad to me.
Okay.
Cool.
So it could just be me. I'm sorry.
It's kind of like this, Crunchy. I'll give you, like, I know you don't know me. I'm a psychic. I'm an empath, and I'm intuitive. I can see the shadow people too. If you ignore them, they go away.
Mm-hmm. Do you think that's the same with ghost hauntings and stuff? It's like, and the more you look for them, the more you'll see.
No, that's a bit different.
Mm. It's because I played with a Ouija board. I want to say played. That it wasn't no playing, but back in 2014, I feel like, and it was just to prove it to myself because I'd never really. I mean, I heard things, and you know, but I'd never used a Ouija board, and I watched The Conjuring, the first one, when it came out, and it just really got me interested to see if there was any. At that time, I kind of didn't know if I believed in God. I didn't see the Mandela effect. I thought we lived on a ball. I was a completely different person. But I don't know, for 20 minutes, I sat there asking if anything was here. And then I remember, and I really wish I didn't do this, I asked if there was anything good or bad that could contact me. And that's when I asked, if there was anything here, and all it did was say go to goodbye. And I freaked out because I could feel it. It felt like a magnetic force pushing the planchette, which I had made, which was actually upside down candlestick. And I used a piece of paper to make this Ouija board. And
So it said good, go, bye.
it just said goodbye. It didn't say anything besides goodbye, went to goodbye.
Okay.
And I
So-
threw my hands off of it and freaked out because I could feel the force of it. Because without that, through that 20 or 30 minutes, my girlfriend, only other person that I was doing it with, she faked pushed it one time, and I said, "Did you push it?" And she laughed and was like, "Yeah." I was like, "Be serious, this is serious." I mean, And then like 10 minutes later, after asking if there was anything good or bad, I could feel the difference. It was so smooth and the fluid of like magnetic pull. And it freaked me out. I could feel the force around it. And right after that, my son's toy train track broke apart. And there was no way that my son's toy train track just breaks apart by itself. And then for about a month after that, our apartment was haunted, and I had my bed shake, noises in the bathroom. Maybe like a month or two after that, and I prayed to Jesus for it to go away, and eventually it died down. And then it wasn't soon long after that I saw the Mandela effect, flat Earth, and everything. I was like, this is all real. This is all way too real for me, and I'm going insane.
So basically, what you did was you woke yourself up. And
In a violent way, it felt like.
Whatever was saying goodbye protected you.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, why was it shaking my bed and scaring me
That
and
had
my
nothing
girlfriend?
to do. That had nothing to do with what was there. What was there was actually protecting you. It said
Maybe.
bye. It said goodbye.
Yeah. Well, I hoped it leave,
closed it.
but
It closed that which you opened.
I hope so. Sometimes I wonder.
However, and I've said this before, there's the 3 levels: reality, natural, supernatural. With crap that's been going on, the supernatural has been leaking into the natural, and the natural into the reality, and the 3 layers are kind of leaking into each other. So you awakened yourself by playing with that stuff. So now you saw the supernatural. But whatever was there that you tried to open the door, and they said bye, they closed that door so that they're telling you stay away from this shit.
But why right after it went to goodbye, my son's toy train track broke apart, and it was like, I feel like it wanted to get off the board. It didn't have any interest in talking to me. It just took the portal and said, "Hey, bye." When not, I'm off to play with toy train tracks and shake your bed and do what I. It's scared. It's maybe.
That's
It's
just
scared.
fear. But
It
you
scared me.
awakened yourself, and you awakened yourself very quickly. You are now awake. So when you did it, you probably didn't mean to, and you probably weren't even meant to be awake. But you awakened yourself.
Doesn't feel like I'm awake sometimes. I feel like I'm dreaming more than I ever have. It seems so surreal, this reality.
That's the supernatural shit. So you had now, after you awakened yourself, you saw the supernatural stuff.
I've always felt like an empath. I can feel other people's emotions. I feel like it's kind of like telepathy, but instead of like hearing words, I hear emotions. I feel what other people feel. Like when that star hovered over me and I felt good. That's what I feel like. It was a telepathic, emotional kind of. And I feel like that's the way most of us should communicate. And especially doing it through a live stream, we can't feel it because our energy field is, I don't know. We have to.
Empaths can feel it anywhere, hon. Empaths, it doesn't matter if it's over the phone, on TV, or in a live stream. They can feel it anywhere. And my fellow empaths that I know that are in here can tell you that themselves.
For sure, Chris. 100%. We can
It
feel it.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
If you're an empath, you can feel it.
Yeah.
Unless you block your own empath, which I typically do.
Yeah.
Because I'm also psychic intuitive, and it kind of fucks with the other two, so I don't mix three of them. But I block the empath usually.
I feel like it can be pretty overwhelming sometimes, especially like in big groups, like
It can.
parties and stuff. I hate parties. Just so overwhelming.
But just like other empaths here can tell you, you can block it, you can control it, and you can choose not to feel other energies. Those are all choices. Does that make sense?
Well, yeah. I just there's a lot of choices. I feel like I don't have.
Like what?
Entities can invade my thoughts. I feel like I don't know how to control it, I guess.
Yeah, you just have to learn how to control it. You can say no, or
Makes me
no, that's not right. No, that's gotta go. It's kind of like have you ever played poker?
Oh yeah, I love poker.
Chris,
Okay.
is there any way you can speak up or turn your sound up? Everybody's having a hard time listening to you.
I can only speak as loud as I can. I'm sorry, I'm soft spoken that way. Basically, if you hold a hand in poker, and before you draw, say you're doing 5-card draw, you pick out the cards you don't want, right? It's the same thing when you're an empath or you're a psychic or you're an intuitive. If you don't want to draw on that energy, you don't have to. You can decide to get rid of it. So there's nothing there that you can't control.
I'll be right back, guys.
Some way, shape. Okay, Patrick. Sorry. In some way, shape, or form.
The thing about me is kind of what you're saying. I feel like, well, in a way, if you can understand, is I'm a horrible liar. I cannot lie to save my life. You can just read right through me. I'm an open book. Like I wear my heart on my sleeve, and if I try to lie, especially if you know me, like you can see it. It's just written all over my face, and you can feel it. And if I try to lie, that's what it feels like. Is what you're saying is pushing this away and controlling this. That would make, if I could control my emotions and my my body language, my feeling. If I could believe my own lie, then I feel like I could change my perception of reality. But
I never said to lie.
I know. That's just what it feels like to me. I'm not saying that. It just feels like I'm lying to myself in a way. You know what I'm saying?
Why?
Does that make sense?
Why would it be lying? If I pull up somebody's energy and it's a negative energy and it does not serve me.
Well, I can walk away, like physically, and
that's what I'm trying to tell you, hon. An empath just can't walk away because they'll feel it no matter where they're at. So they gotta push that energy away and place another energy in its place. And Catherine, I saw your comment. I will answer you, but I just want to finish with Crunchy real quick. But an empath just can't be like, okay, if I walk into a different room, I'm not going to feel it. It doesn't work that way.
Yeah, no, I'd have to get like miles away. I'd still feel it. When I was, my son was born, I swear I could hear him crying from 100 miles away. I swear I could hear it. I could feel it. You know, he was just a tiny baby. But, you know, then again, I think I'm just crazy.
I think maybe you're looking for something, and maybe something's there, but I think you're looking for something and you don't know whether you're an empath or not, or intuitive or anything like that.
I really don't. I don't know anything, but I
And
feel
I think you need to talk to someone
a lot.
one-on-one.
I've seen psychiatrists.
I'm not talking. If you think it's spiritual and not psychiatric, then you need to talk to someone of a spiritual nature, one-on-one. Because I think right now it seems to me like you're just coming up with something to explain something, and in doing that, you're confusing yourself.
Yeah.
Empaths know they're an empath; they know it. And most empaths can identify other empaths. Am I right, Alga?
Yeah, you're right. But I can tell you that it's not that empaths know they are empaths. It's that empaths learn that they are that way. Right? So when you're a young child and you're going through this stuff, and in your teenage years, it's so discombobulated. And then when you hit your early 30s and you walk up to somebody and you can feel their hug energy, they want to hug you, and you've never met them. And then you walk around the corner of the store and you can feel the sorrow in a person who is just grabbing a can of beans off the shelf, but you can feel the depth of their pain because they just lost somebody. Then you can kind of get to the point where you know you're something different, and then but nobody ever talks to us. They never tell us that. They never explain it, right?
I don't think people really knew of it either.
No, exactly right. So yeah, so you have to navigate that emotional landscape without having any reference point, right?
This brings me to a thought.
Well, but before you share it, Crunchy Bee, hang on.
Okay.
So you have to navigate this emotional landscape to where a person you bumped into at a 7-Eleven has just had a devastating loss, and every bit of their being goes onto you, and you feel like shit for the next 8 hours, and you have to stop and question and figure out, where did this come from? And if you're not conscious of it, you don't realize it was that guy at the 7-Eleven or that woman at the 7-Eleven.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I get it. It's so hard. Like, I used to work at a grocery store, and I just run into people all the time, and it's so took a lot of conditioning and will on myself, because I've always been kind of I guess in psychiatric terms you'd call it social anxiety. But I learned to kind of just ignore a lot of it. And this is the thought that I was thinking of. Have you ever bumped into somebody like you're talking about and felt nothing? Like, talk to them, maybe you actually had a huge conversation, but you just could not really read them. Like you felt like they were kind of putting off some kind of a lie vibe, you know? Like, they weren't being genuine.
Well, of course, but that doesn't mean you felt nothing.
Well, yeah, you felt something, but there's just something like off about it. It's like,
right.
Especially, I don't know, it's like the ego, I guess, gets in the way, or I don't know. It's like the woman. I think I talked about this on the last stream. The woman that came up to me when I was working in the grocery store, asked me where something was. I showed her, and she said, "You're a good government mule." And I was just like, what? I could feel it as soon as I saw her. As soon as we made eye contact, she could feel this woman's rude snootiness, and but I'm a nice person. I'm working. I'll show you where something's at. But then to turn around and say, like, literally, that you're a mule for the government, and who are you? Like, you must be above the government to think you're so good to talk to somebody like a worker ant, a mule. It's maybe I probably I am.
Wait, so define terms, right? Define terms. What is government to you?
The all-seeing eye, the one that watches and forces you to play along on their terms.
Okay, but it's just made up of people.
I don't think so.
Like you and me. No, it is. It's made up of people like you and I. It's made up of individuals who have a stake in the outcome, or they have a family lineage, or they have all the farmland they own and all the stuff they own. They're just people.
Being controlled by an entity that...
Well, and some people believe that, and I personally do not. I personally think that's nonsense. I think
you don't believe in possession?
No, I think that's bullshit.
Oh, all right.
I think it's a cop out.
Well, we'll just agree to disagree then.
We can totally agree to disagree. I think it's a cop out because if we can make it a third party deception where some evil entity has got them, then they're not responsible. And I personally think that the government is made up of people who have self-interest, and they're going to protect themselves, their families, whatever, and they're going to make rules that protect that. And if we're going to comply with that, then that's on us, not them. Chris, go ahead.
All right. Crunchy, do you know who you are?
I think so.
Okay. Learn who you are first. Then worry about whether you're an empath or any other psychic, intuitive, anything like that. I do disagree with you. Possession can happen, but it's also up to the person to say, no, that's not who I am. So I agree and I disagree at the same time.
I know who I am because I've lost myself before. And to get myself back, that's when I've lost myself, I missed myself. So that's how I know who I am. And it's a feeling. There's no way I can describe who I am. I can tell you I'm a male, I'm this high. I mean, I'm this height and I weigh this much, but who I am is a feeling that I've had ever since I was born. And I thought maybe I'd change, which I guess I have mentally in my mind, but there's always this feeling, like a soul feeling of who I am. So that's who I know who I am. And that's the thing is, Algo, I don't know if you've ever taken antidepressants or there's a lot of drugs that can possess you.
I have not.
Well, that's a great thing. When I lost myself on those antidepressants, and I actually felt like I could hurt somebody, and I never felt that in my entire life. I'd never felt that to where I feel like I could hurt somebody and not care at all. I could not care if I died. I could not care if you died. It was the worst feeling. I mean, it wasn't a feeling. It was the worst feeling because I was like taking a back seat in my body, and this drug had a hold of me, and just completely things they hand out to teenagers, like
right. So Crunchy B, if that's possible in your reality about the way the drugs can do that, do we have to extrapolate that there's some dark force controlling these other people, Or is it possible that they have been under the influence of something that could do that to them as well? Right?
Yeah.
So,
I mean,
you went through that, and you like couldn't even believe who you were and how you thought and how you acted, and now you're off that and you don't have that. I really question the fact that we always have to make it some otherworldly force that makes these people be psychopathy. They're psychopaths. They're just fucking wired wrong. And it doesn't, for me personally, it doesn't have to be a supernatural entity.
yeah. I understand.
I think one of the biggest things that young empaths do, and I've seen it myself, is they try to figure out before their time is ready to figure it out whose energy belongs to who. And that can F shit up real quickly and real easily. And not only that, but the empath itself. So when it's time for you, Crunchy, to know whether you're an empath or not, you'll know. And when it's time for you to know whose energy you're pulling on or pulling off, or whose energy you're in, or who's doing what, you'll know. And it won't be a question. There is no question. When I say I know this, I know it. There is nobody and nothing that can sit there and say, well, what about this or what about that, or maybe it's this person and maybe it's that person. No, because I know. And that's not something that is given directly right to an empath when they're young. I think there's levels to this stuff. As Alka say, you can level up.
Or stages.
Stages.
Right.
See,
stages of it. So
I believe everybody is an empath. I believe everybody has these.
They don't. They're not.
They're not, hon. They're not.
Not even close.
No.
Not. I'm saying.
Having
Yeah, they could have lost
being
it.
an empath.
Nope.
is two
They
different
never
things.
had it.
Never had it.
Never had it.
Being an empath and having empathy are two different things. People can have empathy towards other people, but being an empath is not something easy to handle. And
It's not something anybody wants. Holy shit.
it's not fun. It doesn't.
From my experience,
It's not fun at all, really.
From my experience, there's these people that can kind of feel when there's something like wrong, or just feel like when you're in a good mood, and the energy vibrates back and forth between each other in a mutual way. And there's some like energy draining like people that just I don't know. It seems like there's some people that just know, and then there's some people that need words. Like if it's not said, then they don't understand. Some people that
Crunchy B, I love you, right? We're friends. We're bros.
Yeah.
I always like to see you around. So when the herd of deer are standing in the field and they sense danger, they all run, right? They don't tell each other to run. They don't say, oh, God, here it comes, let's run. They just run. And that vibrational thing that they get is what Chris is talking about if you are an empathic person. So it doesn't take verbal cues. It doesn't take mental notifications, because you can be in a room of people and sense a bad vibe. Doesn't mean you're an empath. Literally. All it means is that you are part of that herd and you can see where something's going wrong. And I think the definition of words is so hard because the English language is so fucked that we can't barely talk to each other with English. Yeah. We can barely even understand what the hell we're even saying. Yeah. And so before you take on that mantle or that cloak of empath, be very careful. I'm just saying, be very careful.
Okay.
Only
Yeah, no.
from the aspect that
I guess I'm just feel like I have a heart, and I can.
you do. You absolutely have a heart, and you
Go
can
ahead.
sense things
Patrick
on
looks
people.
like he wants to say something. What's up, Pat?
You know, I'm okay. My family, when I was younger, I'd say, I don't know, 10 to 12 years old, my family never dabbled in Ouija boards or anything like that. When I was between 10 and 12 years old, I had to babysit my brother and my sister on this big farmhouse. My dad's an alcoholic. He goes out to the bars all night, every night. So I'm in this big house by myself, taking care of my brother and my sister. And these are the things that happen to me while I'm watching my brother and sister. That house had me so scared that I would bring them into my bedroom and put them in my brother and sister in one bed and me in the other, and I would bring the TV up in there and I'd watch TV. And as I was trying to fall asleep, my bed would start to shake, and it would come off the ground just a little bit, enough that I could feel it. What would possibly make that happen in such a young age and never having to dabble in any sort of, not even knowing anything about the spiritual world or, uh, you know, anything like that? I've had this stuff happen to me all through growing up. Uh, Stuff flying off shelves, magnets flying off the refrigerator past me, coming out, getting out of the shower, walking around the corner, and my dog is in midair, and just as I come around the corner, my dog is being dropped on the ground, and I could tell that something was holding it because when my dog would drop down, it dropped on all fours. If my dog was to jump off a chair or whatever in the kitchen, this happened in the kitchen. So let's say my dog was to jump off a chair, it would go front legs first, back legs next after that. So what would happen? Why would all these things be happening to me when I've never dabbled in a Ouija board or anything like that?
Can I give you my opinion?
Sure.
Spiritual training wheels.
Supernatural shit.
They're trying to show you that this realm is and you know this already, but they're reminding you that this realm is not what it appears to be. And it happened to so many of us at teenage years, and even like for you younger, but they're showing you the physics and the math and the science and all the nonsense that they tell us doesn't apply because this place is not what they are telling us it is. So you walk around the corner and your dog is basically floating. And you're like, holy shit, what is that? It's not that the dog's doing that. It's that they're saying, God, Creator God is saying, Patrick, this is a dream. This is a fantasy illusion manifestation game that you can play, and you don't have to believe their nonsense. You don't have to wear a mask. You don't have to take a shot. Pay attention to your inner knowing. Trust your instincts. Trust your heart, and everything's going to be fine.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree. I had my ex-wife, who wasn't my wife at the time, went garage sailing, and she came back with a Ouija board, and I said, "You're not bringing that into the house." And so that thing sat out in the trunk of our car for a long time until I finally just got rid of it. But yeah, that thing was not coming into the house. So yeah, I mean, I have dealt with the supernatural all my life. I think I've told you guys the story of my friend Benny, who was something was infested in him, that he had a tongue that was like really long. I mean, I told you, you guys remember that story? That when we were drinking and we ended up, my girlfriend and I at the time, ended up going back to our apartment, and his wife showed up in the middle of winter with a baby, throwing rocks at our window because she couldn't get into the apartment building without a key. And so she's yelling down the street, and I heard her, and here she's got a little baby with her, and you know, she's telling us how Benny's freaking out, and he's eating raw fish and spitting the bones out, and he's talking in a different voice and stuff like that. So we all go over there, and I told you how the stairs go up, and then they come around like this, and then you end up in the kitchen, and then there's the living room, where he was sitting in a rocking chair, eating raw fish and spitting the bones out. And I went up to talk to him, and I said, you know, you're really freaking your wife out. You need to stop this shit. And he talked to me in a different weird voice, saying that his name wasn't Benny, and he growled at me. And I said, you know, you're really pissing me off. I said, you got a newborn kid here, and you're acting like a little baby. And he jumped up and punched out the only light that was in the living room there, up on the ceiling, and that freaked me out. So I tackled him to the ground, and I got on top of him, and I was taking his head and bashing it into the floor. And he was like, just laughing at me, and his wife was yelling at me, "Stop, Pat! Stop! You're gonna kill him!" And he's laughing at me, and he stuck his tongue out, and it nearly touched my nose. It was at least that long, and it freaked the shit out of me. And I turned around and I said, "Start running down the stairs now." I told my girlfriend, and I told his wife, "Grab the baby, start running down the stairs now." And he said, or she goes, "I need to get some baby clothes." I said, "Fuck the baby clothes, get the hell out of here now." And so they started going down the stairs, and I seen that they got far enough, so I let him go, and I took off running. And I got to the banister where I was going to start going around the stairs, and I turned around and looked behind me, and he had the whole fucking couch in his arms, and he just threw it. And I'm like, holy shit. And I'm running down the stairs, and I have no idea how this couch, as I said, the stairs go up, they kind of curve around, and that couch kind of moved, however it just fucking like threw, whoop, and then twisted itself so it could go down the stairs. And as I was running down the stairs, I'm on the girls' ass already, and I'm pushing them down the stairs, and the couch is right on my ass going, and that fucking couch was on my ass. And I was like, how in the fuck did he do that? So obviously the cops are called, and to get back up there, we had to squeeze in between the wall and the couch to get back up the stairs. And it took 6 cops to subdue him and take him in. And when they finally got him handcuffed, on his way out, he was telling which order we were going to die in, you know. So I've seen some really weird fucking shit.
Yeah, I think I remember you telling me that story, but I think that was a little more detailed. And I'm pretty sure I asked you, was there any drugs involved? And you were like, no, not that I know of, right? Like
marijuana was, yeah, as far as I know, marijuana was
just
the only
weed.
drug that,
Yeah.
and alcohol.
So, I mean, in my opinion,
other people, through the years, some other people told me, well, he was probably on PCP or whatever. No, he wasn't. Not that I know of, but
yeah. I mean, it does sound, like I said, drugs, but I think
Hey,
he was
Raleigh, what's up?
possessed. That's
Any alcohol or drug can leave you susceptible.
even food. I feel like a lot of the food we eat, the GMOs or whatever,
Hey, Brenda.
I think it really affects us more than we realize. The water we drink, I think it affects us a lot more than we realize.
But this guy's tongue reminded me. Well, I don't think the you hear a bunch of people talking about that some of these elite are like they're different. What am I looking for? That they're shapeshifters. That they're What is the animal that I'm looking for?
Reptilian.
Reptilian. So I don't know if reptilians have real long tongues like that or not. But it did kind of remind me of like a lizard or something that has a long tongue that can just. That's what it reminded me of.
Could be. Could be, but I sincerely doubt it.
Highly doubt it.
I personally, go ahead, Chris.
No, go ahead, Algo.
Well, I sit here and I listen to the arguments that people make, and I look at the way humans are with each other. Pardon me, and we think we are separate from nature, but we're not. We are an integral part of nature, and we act in shitty ways to each other on so many levels.
Algo, I asked you this last time.
Go ahead.
What separates us from the animals?
Nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, literally nothing. We have the biggest brains, so we think we have this thing. And
well, hold on. Don't dolphins have about the same size or bigger brain than us? Dolphins?
They may or may not, but they can't drive a car, so I have no idea about dolphins.
Can I answer Catherine's question real quick?
Go ahead, Chris.
The purpose of empaths are secret keepers.
Get closer to your mic or speak louder, Chris.
I'm trying, Patrick. Trust me.
Well, I'm sorry I got to keep telling you that, but if chat can't hear you, there's no sense of talking, right?
Yeah. Well, the purpose of empaths are secret keepers and peacemakers. You talk to any empath, they can tell you they have secrets that other people don't even know they have of them. And they won't tell them.
Right.
Because we are the peacemakers.
Right, but as we're talking about this whole conversation, then humanity clearly is stumbling. We've stubbed our toe. We are falling down. We are believing the COVID nonsense, where the masks and the vax and all the stuff. And as we try to navigate this place, those people who have some sense of what humanity is supposed to be doing, we really need to step up and say, okay, time out. I appreciate that you get that and you think that, but it's not true. It's just not true. So quit. Stop. Stop being ridiculous and get on with your life.
It's not time for that, Algo. You should know
I
that.
think it is. I think it is, and I think
It's not time. No matter how much you say, how much you would say that, they wouldn't believe you.
no,
It's
of course
not
they won't.
time for that yet. It's not.
I know I'm
There will
impulsive.
be a
I'm
time.
impulsive.
There will be a time, but the empaths
I get
already
it.
know that, and
I
they're
feel
the
like
ones
that's
sitting back, taking a drink and looking at all the shit and being like, "Really?" and just kind of going on with their life.
I want more for us as a species, as a race, humanity. I want more for us than we're currently dealing with. I want so much more for every one of us who is listening now or in the future in chat. I want all of us to be whole, healthy, sane, normal, whatever.
It's not time for that.
I know, and it fucking sucks.
Quincy, when you're not talking, can you mute yourself?
yes.
Okay, yeah. I just wanted to make sure that you mute yourself, Crunchy, when you're not talking, because we do have a lot of feedback from your channel that Algo was talking about before. It's getting a little worse now. But as long as you're muted, you're fine. We can hear everybody else. Chris talks so damn low, we can't hear anything with your feedback coming through. Okay, so who was talking, Chris?
I was just telling Catherine the purpose for empaths are to be the secret keepers and the peacemakers, and that's what we're given those gifts for, and that was basically it.
And Joe Dirt's trying to get in here, but he keeps Joe, are you in? Can you hear us? Yeah, he's still.
Joe lives out in the cut, doesn't he? Like,
You're having a little trouble getting in here, Joe.
Isn't he in
Okay,
like out rural kind of? I think his internet's not very good either, too, like mine. Yeah, he might as well come back, leave and try to come back. I think.
All right, you good people of goodwill, men and women, goodwill. Patrick, thank you. I'm out.
Later, I'll go.
Time to sleep. Hey, nice to see you, Crunchy Bee. Chris, always. Patrick, thank you.
Have a good day tomorrow.
Brother, you too. I'm glad you're feeling better, Patrick.
Night out.
And everybody in chat, everybody that we never shouted out, that you guys still need to shout out. Give them a shout out. Nice to see everybody.
Hey, Pat, you're muted. You're still muted. There you go. Am I behind or you?
yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah. Can you guys hear me now? All right. Yeah, thanks, Algo, for coming in. I appreciate you. Have a good night. Don't work too hard tomorrow. David Wolf, welcome. Joe Dirt, I think he is desperately trying to get in here. Yeah, take care. I will do a show. I seem to be moving a little slow. Can you guys hear me okay?
I can hear you now.
Okay.
You know, you
All
get
right,
really
well, I'm gonna do
get really scratchy.
What?
You get really scratchy sometimes. Maybe it's just me. But hey, there's Joe Dirt. What's up, man? Can you hear us?
Yeah, I'm gonna go.
Crunchy.
I'm gonna go out and come back in. I think I'm.
Hey, Crunchy.
Yeah.
The hardest part about being an empath is keeping other people's secrets, even though it hurts other people.
Oh, well, isn't that
So
psychic?
don't.
What's the difference? You're saying you know other people's secrets. That's would be psychic. That's not empath, right?
It is. Yes, it is an empath. It's part of being an empath. Part of being an empath
Oh.
is not just feeling other people's emotions, but why
Hmm.
they're feeling them.
See, I can't say exactly I'm psychic, but I could feel when my girlfriend was cheating on me. You know, I knew it. This is,
Intuition. I
well,
don't think,
yeah.
honestly,
What's the
Crunchy,
difference? I don't know.
honestly, Crunchy, I don't think you're an empath.
Okay. If I'm questioning it that much, probably not. But
Yeah, I don't think you are.
but I do think I'm a real boy. I'm a real boy. I
You're a real boy.
Pat, you back?
Yep, I am back. Back in the saddle again. All right, let's see. We got Mad Pieman, Joanne there. Elgo just left. Chappelle, Brenda, David Wolf. Chris is on the panel. Crunchy B's on the panel. And let's see who else. Texas Danny's here. Mad Pieman, Catherine. Let's see. Am I missing anybody? Annie is here. Anybody else? I think I got everybody. So if I'm missing anybody, I am sorry. Texas Danny, good night. Floyd, hey Floyd. So if you guys haven't seen my video that I put up, check it out. We may have found either a big bear or a Bigfoot, but something was making some major growling noises at us when we were investigating a wooded area that had a bunch of underground bunkers, kind of like. Hey, Voynich. And we found in one of the underground bunkers was an old Ford van that was in one of the underground bunkers. And the reason it was there, I have no idea. Somebody was hiding it for a reason. But yeah, very interesting video.
Who was that you're talking about?
It was a video that we took. There's a couple girls that ride with me in the morning to Wausau. It's about an hour away.
Oh, is that the 30-minute video you just put up tonight?
Yeah. Was it 30 minutes? I wasn't even sure.
Or something like that. I don't know. I got the notification. I still haven't watched it though. Can you show it live stream? Do you want to?
I can't. My computer will crash on me. I've got to get I've got to go buy.
Do you want me to try?
You can try it.
Cool. All right.
But I gotta get one of them cables to plug into my laptop. Ethernet cable. So
yeah, I need one too.
Right from my router to the laptop, so I can do a lot of that stuff. So I gotta find me an Ethernet cable that will plug into a USB port, because my laptop doesn't have the US or the Ethernet place to plug it in. But yeah, if you want to try to punch it up, Crunchy, you can punch it out. Or we could stick on the subject of angels and demons and yeah, I see that. Oh, you took it back down?
Yeah, I forgot to hit the share audio button, so I gotta do it again. Sorry.
See, we're gonna move us around here a little bit so we can fit this audio in. Yeah, happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
You know, didn't even hear from my son's mother today. Was really hoping to see the kids, and I just, you know, I could have bothered her, but you know, it's just not something I should have to do. I don't feel like.
Right. Yeah. Yeah, I really like it. Hey, Floyd, welcome. Earth calling Floyd.
Hey, guys.
Hey, Floyd, what's up?
It's been a long time, Floyd, since you've been on here. Where you been?
All right, cool. I'm here now. Cool. How's everybody doing?
Good. How you been doing?
I'm doing good.
That's good.
Had a good Father's Day with my dad today.
Awesome. Joe Dirt, you can still try to get in here if you want. I know you're buffering pretty bad, but you can try to get in here. Are we still working on that Crunchy Bee, or you decided to forget it?
Yeah, what I'm gonna do is let the video play through so it loads the entire thing, so it's not buffering.
Oh, okay.
And then I'll let you know.
Okay. So before you got here, Floyd, we were talking a lot about angels and, well, not so much angels, possession. What, Chris?
Empaths.
Angels, yeah. Well, in the Bible, there's 4 types of angels: cherubim, Ophium, Ark, and I forgot the 4th kind. Ophium, cherubim, Ark.
Mad Pieman said I was giving you guys nightmares. Yeah. I mean, supernatural stuff has been happening my whole life. You know, one time I was sitting in the kitchen. My ex-wife and I were in the kitchen, and you know them can openers that you stick on the refrigerator. They got a magnet, and they're pretty strong magnets too. And so we're sitting in the kitchen, and all of a sudden this thing flies off the refrigerator right past us into the living room. Now how does that happen?
Yeah, I totally believe in that stuff. I've witnessed it. It's real. There's many stories out there. So anybody else that wants to try to convince me that it's all in your head or it's not real,
Yeah, it's definitely real. It's definitely real. I've seen it all for myself firsthand.
You know what though? We shouldn't let it. Although it is kind of scary, it's freaky. We don't. I think that's what they want, is to scare us. I don't know. It's kind of sad. Like they're really bored and they're being here there's like nothing else for them to do, and I don't know if it's an afterlife thing and they just haven't been able to move on, or if it's actual demons, fallen angels that just are stuck here, which makes you think, like, if the fallen angels, Satan and stuff. See, when I was a kid, I was always told that Satan was cast to hell, right? Yet here we are, and in the Bible it says that Satan is the god of this world. He's here. So am I in hell, or is just that short period of time where he's just given free reign for, I guess, the separation of the wheat and tares? But that's all religious stuff, and you can throw it all away or just take what you want from it.
Yeah, I personally think that he's got a reign of, this is the separation of the wheat and tares right now, and I don't believe that we're in hell, because, I mean, if you're in hell, that means we're all in hell.
No, I think it could be a lot worse. A lot worse.
The Bible
Go ahead.
actually says or states that Satan was cast below the earth, not on the earth, but below the earth.
All right.
See,
Good
I
night,
remember
Sister
last time I remember reading it, he was cast to earth. I don't remember below at all. Do you, Floyd, do you know what we're referring to? Do you remember?
Remember what?
If Satan was cast to earth from heaven or below?
He was cast from heaven to earth.
See, that's what I thought. That's what I remember. Whoa. In the recent
Satan
years.
is actually not the real name of the devil, too.
Yeah.
When you go to the Paleo Hebrew Bible, it's Gadriel. That's why the Jews in Israel don't call God God.
Gadriel. That makes sense. El is God. Well, God of this world. God. Maybe, I don't know.
Me, I'm not really a Bible believer. I'm actually a pagan, but I do study the Bible sometimes.
Really? See,
Yeah.
look, man, I think I talked to you last fall. It was last time you were on. And I remember watching your videos. You were literally reading the Bible, and I thought you were straight, like, kind of, I think I remember you saying you were like a Jewish or Mormon or something like.
I was in Gnostic Messianic Judaism.
Okay.
Yeah. It was a hard route to go, honestly. It's a hard religion to follow. So many strict things that you got to go by. Keep the Sabbath, the Shabbat Shalom, fasting, denying your flesh on the Day of Atonement. It's not easy.
Yeah, for some reason, I just don't recall you being a pagan.
Me either, Patrick.
I turned pagan. I was legitly into the Bible.
Since last year?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. It's not a Mandela effect. We can relax.
No.
Cool. Well, that's cool, man. So what made you want to turn towards more pagan
I want
style?
to change and see some other things. Be open-minded. See what other stuff are out there.
See, I thought pagan was kind of like a derogatory term for anybody that's just not Christian or Jewish, or it was just those.
Or Islamic.
Yeah, or any of those, right? There's not really a.
Yeah.
It's not like paganism is not a religion, right? It's not.
It can turn. It can be a religion. There's also pure spiritualism that's not really a religion, but you can turn it into religion as well. And Druidism is also not a religion, but you can turn it into a religion as an earth worship.
What did you say? Druidism?
All Druidism is, truth be told, is just earth worship, and that's it. That's all it is.
Never even heard that.
Druid is a type of old ancient religion that is of Earth, taking care of the Earth, worshiping the Earth, and just being pure and pure thought, pure-minded, pure-hearted, and learning the things. Also, that you can learn is also a type of witchcraft into growing things and plants, making medicines out of plants. That's what Druidism is.
That's cool. I mean, but see, the only thing I've ever heard Druid was from Star Wars. And now I can kind of connect, like, okay, well, yeah, it surely goes back before Star Wars. That's where the Druids got their name, right?
Yeah, Druidism is not really a religion because there's no god involved. No god in Druidism. You're not worshipping a god or anything. I'm not a druid, though. That's the good part.
Well,
what's
the difference? What's the difference between that and a what do you call it? What's the word? There's another word that I mean. I'm sorry. I'm just brain dead.
Oh, you're good. It's good to see you, by the way, Crunchy B. Good to see you.
Yeah, man.
Bro.
I know it's been like almost a year since I've seen you around. Seems like
my phone has not been the best, so I got a laptop instead.
Cool. You sound a lot better. Like back in the day, you were like delaying. It was hard.
Yeah.
You were like in and out. So yeah, you do sound good though.
Yeah, definitely. Good to see everybody in the chat. Mad Pyman, Joe Dirt, Brenda, Steve Voynich. Let's see. Chappelle, good to see you, Chappelle. Elgo, good to see you, brother. Joe and Dar. Oh, that's nice. Cool. David Wolfie. Christine M. Patrick, of course. Arley or something? How do you say that? Arleigh. That's a hard word to say.
Crunchy, stop.
Oh, what? What did I do?
It's good to see you in there, Chris.
Good to see you too, boy.
Did you get Lewis?
Chris.
Yes.
What are you talking about?
You'll understand later.
Hello there, Texas Danny.
Can I at least enjoy this one joint right now?
I said stop. Then I said it for a reason. So either you
you kind of freaked me out. I'll put it out, okay? But that does kind of freak me out because you knew I was doing something.
Weed's the good stuff.
And she probably knows my lungs are bad too.
No, weed is actually not going to damage your lungs, but cigarettes would.
Well, my lungs are already damaged, and it does hurt. So
yeah.
But I have quit cigarettes, so.
Congratulations, man.
I have quit all nicotine. Now I just got alcohol and weed as vices. But there's worse things, right?
Weed is actually not bad for you, actually, if it's grown good.
Crunchy, just stop.
If it's grown naturally and no bad chemicals or anything like that, you'll be good. The state of Oregon grows really good weed.
Crunchy, think about it and just stop.
It's been years of battle between my love for chemicals and whatnot. I've had so many bad experiences with chemicals that I didn't even know what they were.
Oh wow!
I don't know where my weed went. I'm looking for it.
I had pretty much went to hell. I feel like, oh, she's gone. Maybe she'll come back. Anyways,
you guys pissed her off. You guys pissed her off.
I didn't mean to. I put the joint out. I'm not smoking it, I swear. I really am. Not.
She was just afraid. She was afraid. Excuse me. She was afraid she was going to get a contact buzz.
But one time when I worked at this hotel, it was a really, really seedy hotel. I mean, I'm really kind of glad I had the experience, but because it was interesting. I never knew what I was going to come into. But a lot of hookers and drugs and stuff. And one day I picked up this blunt off the ground that was like a half blunt. I'm like, somebody just left a half a blunt laying here. I lit it up and I immediately knew it was not weed. It was, it just tasted like some kind of herb, but it was something laced with it that
There's
sent
a few
me to hell. Honestly, I was in pain, and there was no getting out. That was that a
What
yawn?
did it look like? What did the herb look like? Was it like a light brown, like sage, or
It was
cocoa, like a black color, or
nah. It was a Damiana leaf. Yeah, pretty sure. You know what that is?
Yeah, I know what Damiana leaf is.
Yeah, I've smoked Damiana, no problem. It's, Damiana's nothing. I've had Damiana tea. It's great, but this had something sprayed on it, and
no.
gosh, I immediately felt my consciousness. I went paralyzed. I fell to the ground, and I thought I'm going to be paralyzed for the rest of my life. And then before I knew it, my soul, I wasn't in my body anymore. My soul felt like it was being grinded in between two layers of sandpaper going opposite directions. Like imagine your body, your soul, just being stuck in between two pieces of sandpaper and grinded. And it hurt so bad. I didn't know. I thought I was dead, and I'm never gonna come out of it. And then when I woke up, all the furniture was flipped upside down, and it's really hard to believe that I did all that. There's no way. It was when I came back, things started loading up like a computer, like a video game. It was loading into. It was crazy, and
That's crazy.
hated. Yeah, I never want to. I don't know what I was even thinking, picking random blunts up. I just kind of thought weed, I guess. But it hurt so bad. The thing was, I was so painful. I can't imagine that, anybody would want to do that, recreationally or anything. It was. I don't know what it was. I don't know what it was, and I never will know what it was But it's okay because I don't know. I've always been a person to step over the edge, to look behind the corner, and I think a lot of us are that seek the truth. We want to see what reality really, every aspect of it. We want to see every little thing. If I have a microscope and that's the thing. It seems like the farther you look into things, the more they manifest or something. It's I don't know. It just seems to the older I get, the more knowledge I have, the worse it looks. It's when I was a kid, it was we'd go to the doctor, they'd give us some penicillin and we'd get better and it was all good and nothing hurt us. And now there's all these chemicals and antibiotics that they just hand out like candy, antidepressants, just everybody's on them, and it's just it seems like such a darker world than when I was a kid. I'm done talking. Sorry.
Oh, you're all good, man.
Where'd Chris go? I thought she was gonna come back or something, but oh well. It's good to talk to her. And except I think I talked to her one time, Did she? I don't know why I'm asking you. I guess if she was here, I'd ask her. The Mandela effect. Am I wrong that she did not see it, or am I remembering somebody else or something? Patrick, do you know Chris very well? Does she see the Mandela effect? Patrick?
Sorry, I was in the other room looking for my weed.
Oh.
What was the question?
Do you know if Chris sees the Mandela effect?
I don't know.
I feel like I asked her one time real fast, and I was like, well, everybody, and it seems like, well, I know Algo sees the Mandela effect, but, I don't know, everybody has their own thing. It's just, to me, it's undeniable. It's the same as the, like Algo was saying with the local sun. There's no, I don't see any, there's no way. That's why, like, I want to debate somebody with it. Try to prove me wrong. They change my mind, but it seems like we get in these, and it's great talking to people with like minds, but every now and then you want a opposing side just to, I don't know, make it more concrete, It's like hardens the glue, It's like, you just keep proving me right. Come on. And it hardens it,
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah,
What do
I
you
see
think, Floyd? You see flat
I
Earth?
see the Mandela effect. Indeed, quantum shift is the real name of it. Shifting and quantum change.
You definitely saw the Bible changes, right?
I did.
Yeah.
Yes, all the translations, even the real authentic Paleo Hebrew and the authentic Aramaic Peshitta is even changing quantumly. It's crazy.
Did you know?
Sorry.
I'm sorry. I know I'm interrupting, but
oh, you're good.
Did you know Spanish or Italian translations at all?
No,
okay.
I don't.
Well, so what do you remember? The book of Zechariah or Zechariah?
It's Zechariah. Zechariah. Zechariah.
Okay. All right, man. Well,
yeah.
Thank you for your
input. Some people remember it as Zechariah too.
Well, in Spanish it's Zacharias, and in Italian it's still Zacharias. Supposedly,
so there's an S at the end, so Zacharias. Okay.
Yes. Yeah. So, but it's got an A, which is I don't know. See, that's why I asked you, because I really feel like you've read more than I did. And I mean, last year I haven't seen you, man. It's so long. Like, I think I was subbed. I still am subbed. Have you not made any videos or anything?
I'll go back to making videos when I can. I got a laptop now, so I can make some videos easily. I just gotta practice and warm up and stuff.
So are you reading like older stuff, Sumerian tablets?
Yep, older stuff. Way older stuff.
All right, going back. That's cool, man. That's great that you're really looking into all of it, Some of us, well, most of us, I feel like stop at some point, which I have. I've read a little bit of the Bible, but it seems like I always seem to stop, and it's never like a. And
you can actually. Good news is you can actually get the perfect translation of the Bible in the Sumerian tablets. Perfect translation, the exact translation. The real, actual translation, Dead Sea Scroll.
But that's still translated, right?
From Sumerian language, yeah.
Right. I still don't know. It's like it feels like. But then when we look into reality and we know how reality is, we know translations don't mean much. It's like if you're meant to see something, if God wants you to see it, you're going to see the real truth,
Oh, yeah. Definitely.
So,
I agree.
I agree.
Patrick, did you find your weed?
No.
Damn.
I'm hoping that I did laundry today. I'm hoping I didn't rush it.
Well, I guess Chris isn't here to tell me to stop lighting this joint anymore. Or I guess I'm gonna light this joint back up. Well, I mean, I'll be out of it soon. I don't know. Chris freaked me out. I wasn't making a noise, was I?
I've got a joint too. Yeah, but I really want to find my other weed.
Floyd was talking, and I'd had the lighter going, but I'd never had anybody tell me just to stop like that. Like, it was freaky. Maybe she does have like some kind of powers.
Who told you to stop?
Chris, I was sitting here lighting this joint, and Chris was like, "Crunchy, stop it." And I was like, "What?" She said, "Just stop." I was like, "Dang it!"
She was talking to you. She wasn't talking to you.
She said my name, and I was like, "What?" I wasn't saying anything. I was just lighting a joint. I hadn't even hit it yet, and she's just like, "Stop!" Like, dang it. Oh, okay. I don't know. It sounds weird. And now I feel bad. Like, now I know I knew. She's right, though. I mean, if she is reading my mind, like, from that far away or anything, like, if she does have some kind of thing, then, I mean, because she's right. I've been battling this for a long time. Drinking, smoking. I've quit cigarettes, but still, it's not good. It does hurt my lungs. My lungs have been messed up ever since I got some kind of weird sick before even the CVID thing was a thing.
Can you guys by any chance read the chat?
I'm trying. What's up? What am I supposed to be reading?
I just wanted to
Lewis Tay. Hey, Lewis Tay.
What Joanne had said. She said, I had 3 taps on my shoulder in broad daylight in the kitchen in an old farmhouse that I lived in. Scared me so bad I went to get my German Shepherd from the yard until my husband came home. Wow.
I feel like sometimes it is just places, because there's so many stories out there of people that move and then they never experience it again. Maybe there's burial grounds, or I don't know how I feel about ghosts, honestly.
I literally think I washed my weed, guys.
Washed it and then dry or washing it?
I did laundry today.
Oh.
And I think my weed might have been in one of my pockets.
Well, that's done for.
Yeah, right now everybody's talking about Isaiah 11:6, how it quantumly changed. I agree. I remember lion shall dwell with the lamb too. I remember the lion and the lamb too. Indeed.
See, I remember lion shall lay with the lamb.
Yes.
There was never a dwell in there.
Wolf. It did.
And it's also, if I'm still correct, in my reality, it is the wolf shall also dwell with the lamb, meaning God and the devil will be dwelling with the lamb, so that's what I remember.
What's also crazy is all the different translations has a different change to them too. Like some of them will have the verses that we remember, and some of them will not have the verses that changed. Yeah. You know, like comparison, like the complete Jewish Hebrew Bible, CJB Bible. Wineskins is still in there. You go to King James Version, it's wine bottles.
Is it? See, I have a short video. It's like 30 seconds. I think I found it from somebody else, where a rabbi opens up a Bible and it says the lion something, but it's different. But it has lion in there, and
Yeah.
And I don't know. I don't know if it's real or not, but if it's Hebrew, it's not English. It's not. It wouldn't say line.
I have an actual Hebrew Bible, English on
Can
the
you-
left
can-
and Hebrew on the right.
Can you read it?
I used to read a little Hebrew, but I haven't lived the Messianic Jewish life for a long time now, so it's been a while, honestly. I don't even have my Hebrew Bible.
You know, I feel like I was almost led to a Mormons, or what do you call it? What do you call a Mormon church?
Church of Latter-day Saints.
Yes, thank you.
The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints.
Thank you. I feel like I was
I grew
led.
up Mormon, so I know about Moroni, the Archangel, and Joseph Smith, and yeah.
So here's my little story about that. I feel like it was obvious electronics, but anyway, so I was flipping out about the Mandela effect, right? I was searching, I was calling my best friend's pastor, like when we were younger kids, his uncle. Anyways, so I was freaking out. I was homeless, but I had my cell phone, and I actually looked up a psychiatrist, a mental hospital. So I said, I gotta go. There's nothing. Something's wrong. I have to be insane. So I looked up this mental hospital, and I GPS'd it. It said a mental hospital on the GPS. I GPS'd it, drove there. When I pull up in the parking lot, it's a Church of Latter-day Saints right there. It says you are here at a mental hospital, but it says that on the screen, and then but in reality, it's a Church of Latter-day Saints.
Mormon church, yeah.
I said, what am I supposed to do? I don't know. I'm freaking out. Why was I just led to this church that I looked up a mental hospital? But I feel like I was led there for a reason, but I left. So I was like, do I get out? Do I talk to somebody? Do I actually tell them what is going on with me? The Mandela effect, the Bible. Do I actually trust these people, or was I led here by a different force? It's freaking Google. And what entity is inside Google? Why was I led here by Google? So I was scared. Anyways, I just left, and I slept in my car. I ended up calling a suicide hotline that night, and I told them all about it. I said, do you remember the mirror, mirror on the wall? Well, I didn't tell them that. I said, do you remember Snow White and what the witch? Or she says, yeah, mirror, mirror on the wall. I said, yes, exactly. That's what I remember too. Thank you. And she just kind of was like, wow, yeah, that's weird. And I told her all kinds of other examples, and it was great talking to her. But I wish I would have had you guys, man. I called a freaking suicide hotline. I didn't want to die. I don't want to die. I just want things to get better, and that's what I say. I want the world to be better. I want this confusion, and why are we so blocked? Why do we not know anything? We're so dumb, and we pride ourselves as intelligent beings. Well, there's a difference between being intelligent and actually knowing the truth. Knowing being wise,
Yeah, you can gain intelligence, but it takes time as us humans. But we can get it. It's called focusing and being observant and experience in life. What do you experience?
I don't know. That was just a really weird experience for me, going to a freaking church, thinking it was a hospital. I was like, I see a mental hospital or a church.
I have a feeling that we are the chosen, us who see these quantum changes, the Mandela effects. We're chosen by something to see something here, to wake up the world on something, or you know what I mean?
There's so many pivotal moments in my life, and that one right there was a pivotal moment in my life where I could have went one way or the other. It was a yes or a no, and
Yeah.
I said no, because I feel like, I mean, unless they were just evil and completely said, "You're crazy, get out of our church," but I don't feel like that would have happened. I feel like I would have been welcomed, and because I was obviously curious and I was led there. But then again, I don't know. You could just
Some churches, yeah, some churches are guilty. Some churches do treat the homeless like crap.
Maybe, I don't know.
Some do, like Catholic churches.
You know what got me? Kind of one of the things that made me leave is I drove a 2000 Chevy Prism. It was run down. I had 250,000 miles on it. It was barely on its last leg. And every car in that parking lot was like diamonds to me. I was like, I kind of don't feel right here.
Mm-hmm.
So,
somewhere over the rainbow.
Patrick, did you just find your joint?
I always knew where the joint was. I was just looking for the rest of it.
The good shit, man. The good shit.
It's a good thing the joint wasn't with the rest of it. I cannot find the rest of it. Is it here? No. Is it here? No. Is it over here? No.
Well, I really do hope that Chris was talking about my joint, and I didn't like. Well, I hope it wasn't something worse.
Well, people need to educate themselves on what weed actually is.
Well, no, it's just she didn't say bye, and she didn't say she was just gone. So I feel I didn't.
Blessings, and we'll hope the best for her.
We are now in the land of Oz.
We'll keep peace.
Did I interrupt you guys?
You know what? I want to watch that movie. I gotta watch the original Wizard of Oz. I gotta watch it. It's 30,
oh yeah,
20,
Wizard
30.
of Oz. Good stuff. I like the Tin Man.
Have you guys ever watched the what is it, Pink Floyd, where it synchronizes with everything? Pink Floyd like dubbed over the Wizard of Oz, and it fits perfectly.
Well, I could turn this into a joke.
I want to go home. I want to go home. Click your heels 3 times, and then you'll be back in Kansas.
What is it with the number 3 or 33 at that?
Well, 3 does mean Trinity and esoteric.
I hurt my back last live stream. I did this for 9 hours, bending over the computer. The next day, I hurt my back was really, really hurting. So I went to the chiropractor, and they have this poster on the wall, and it says, most humans have 33 vertebrae. I was just like, oh, I didn't know that. 33, there's that number. Your spine's 33 vertebrae.
Yeah.
Coincidence.
How many teeth do we have altogether?
I don't know. Are we including molars or not?
Joe Dirt said he's going live in 15 minutes. Few things I gotta get off my chest. Should we keep talking or end the stream and go to Joe Dirt's? What do you think? We'll keep going for a little bit.
Yeah.
We'll go over to Joe Dirt's after I'm done with this. Got that, Joe Dirt. I like him. He's a cool cat.
Hey.
Joe Dirt is awesome. We all love you, brother.
What?
We all love Joe Dirt like a brother in here.
How long have you known Chris?
Not very long.
Or Patrick.
Not very long. Why?
I, as far as I know, I guess she doesn't have any videos, or is that because I'm sure if I search YouTube Chris, she's not going to come up, you know. So I'm just wondering, because she was very interesting to talk to, and when I first started talking, she says you need to talk to somebody, and I'm like, well, I've talked to a psychiatrist, and she's like, no, I mean, you know, and if she is an empath, as she claims to be, I think it would be interesting to talk to her some more. And I don't know, she just disappeared without a trace. So nobody can send me a link. No way to get a hold of her. But
yeah, that is a little weird.
Yeah, it was a little weird that she was just Floyd was talking, and I was completely silent. She's Crunchy, stop. Dang it. I don't know. I'd like to talk to her again. So if you're still listening, Chris.
Well, it's kind of weird that you're also coming in really clear.
Now I am?
Yeah, there's a little bit of air, like extra air in
my fan is still blowing.
Okay, that I don't know if that's it. I don't think that's it because I got a fan right next to me, a desk fan, and it's sitting right next to us. So
I just gotta say, this is you all are the best.
You're awesome too, Crunchy B.
This as soon as the very first time I was on your stream, Patrick, you know what? You remember what I said? I said this is a great family you have here. And here we are a year later. Can you believe it's almost been a year?
I know.
That's awesome.
And we still have the most wonderful people. That everybody's so kind and open-minded. I think that's the biggest thing is we're just so open-minded. We're not. Yeah, I think a lot of our roots, which mostly American, you know, falls into our nurturing, which has been, because like I've seen how adaptable people is. I mean, I think it's kind of part of our survival. It's how adaptable we are. Like our brains are so moldable, and I think that's been taken advantage of. It's like that's kind of a natural thing for us to be able to adapt to change without taking on too much of a shock. But I think these elites, or whatever you want to call them, reptiles, whatever, I think they know the inner workings of the human brain, and they're a lot smarter, but kind of lacking the soul. It's weird. It seems like the more intelligence, the more ego, and I don't know. There's something that separates us, and there's a reason. Shows, you know. This isn't a show, you know. This is real connection, real talk between all of us, it's real people like you, Pat. It's the vulnerability. Most of these streams out there that have thousands of subscribers or something, like they don't really show their true self. Like you come on here and show your face half swollen, like man, I love you for that. Like that you weren't scared of shit, you know, because we got real people that care about us here, man. And the things you went through, your house burned down and all that. Like, I don't think the people that are working for, their materialism of the world and love this world, because it's the love of the world that they want to stay here. We don't want to stay here, but we enjoy. We're so grateful for each other, and that's what it is. We're not here for money. We're not here for fame or attention. But I mean, in a way, it's kind of attention because we can listen and understand each other. But it's not. I don't know. There's a difference between attention and attention grabbing and actually connecting. But I don't know, it's just great what you do, Pat. I'm so glad you're still here. Glad you're comfortable in your place, and maybe it was. Do you think maybe it was kind of a good thing to get out from, like, you have your own place now, so it's you feel maybe a little more comfortable
I do like the new place. The only thing I don't like is now I'm in a government-run place, and they like do fucking inspections.
Oh, they take your weed?
No, no, but we're not allowed to smoke anything in these buildings.
Rules are meant to be broken.
You have to be 25 feet away from the building to light up. I'm like, if I light up a joint 25 feet from the building, I may not get kicked out of the thing, but I'll be arrested and sent to jail.
Oh, fuck.
I mean, it's not legal here.
Yeah.
Weed is not legal here.
Yeah.
So Wisconsin's one of the, drag their ass type thing about passing the weed law. We don't even have medical marijuana here. That's not even legal.
Should at least be medical. But
yeah, so, and, I do appreciate what you said, Country B. This is like, I mean, my life is pretty much out there right now.
Yes, Chris. Yeah. How do we? My email is bcrunchy@gmail.com. Just my name backwards. BEECRUNCHY@gmail.com. So yeah, hit me up. Be great to talk to you. Get to know you better. Why'd you disappear?
Joe Dirt said, Patrick, they said no smoking cigarettes. Some your weed, brother. Smoke your weed, brother.
Yeah, cigarettes are illegal. Hey, did you ever, when you were...
Wait, cigarettes are illegal where you're at, or what?
I was joking. Sorry.
Oh, okay. I was going to say, like, what?
No. When you guys were like, well, I don't know, we're all different ages, but in the like 90s, you remember clove cigarettes? How those were a thing? Did you ever smoke those?
Yeah. No,
I love the smell of them, but they were they didn't do anything. A lot less than a cigarette, but it smelled really good.
I finally quit cigarettes. I did the cold turkey. It was no fun. I wanted to go back on them because I was hooked.
I dipped for a year, and then I went to the synthetic dips for a year, and totally done with them now.
Yeah.
But I actually went to vapes first, but I think vapes mess my lungs up.
Hey, Joe Dirt.
It's finally
Hey,
gonna
brother.
work.
Hey.
I told you it'd work as long as I removed the minor. YouTube's fucked up, ain't it?
Yeah.
So true.
It's
Yeah.
fucking Papa's Day and you can't even hang out with your boy.
Wow.
Yeah, that is weird.
No, it ain't weird. It's predictable.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's so true.
Hats off.
So, hey Joe, I did read in chat that you wanted to get some stuff off your chest. That's why you start your live. So what do you want to get off your chest?
It's all about Papa's Day, man. We're all underappreciated. Most of all them papas are papas to other kids now. And it
Yeah.
don't mean nothing sometimes.
Yeah,
I think I
agree.
would do better on my own channel if I would just rant and rave. But Patrick, if you want to know, I don't want to say what I believe on your channel. I'd rather say it on mine. You know what I mean?
That's fine.
I've been through 3 wives. All right. I bought 3 houses for all 3 of them.
Right.
They've all lost them. Yeah. Each time I moved on and did better.
Right.
We're underappreciated, brother.
Yeah. Matt Hyman says so true. The system hates
I was
real.
censoring myself right there. Totally.
Yeah, the system hates real fathers. Enjoy the day
Yeah, I
while
think so.
Oh yeah, the system hates us. No doubt.
any
Hey,
part
can somebody
I
throw
went
Joe
through 3
Dirt's?
wives.
Oh yeah.
Go ahead, man. I didn't mean to interrupt you. I'd like to sub, man, and keep in
Don't you
touch.
be? You can interrupt me anytime.
Thanks, dude. I think you're a interesting person. I've been seeing you on here since like last fall, I guess. And I'd love to somebody, if they're sub to you, throw the link in here so we can all go sub. And when
Yeah, I did.
Patrick,
Scroll
when
up a little bit. I threw my
Did
own
you?
link in there.
Did you?
Yeah.
I'm so
Yeah, I
okay.
did.
All right, and I have to
Scroll up
copy
a
and paste.
little bit.
Is that wait?
Yeah, you might have to do some of that crap. Hey, I don't like that either.
All right.
No, you know what? I'm a simple guy, man. But I'll tell you what, man. I worked since I was 7 years old. I've worked since I was 7 years old. I've been through 3 wives by the time I was 37. And I retired at 36. All of them complained that I had no time. And I didn't have time. All I did was work my ass off.
Well, you got a new
It's fucking
subber, man.
Papa's Day sometimes, man.
I just subbed to you and build, so it's good. Good. You seem like a good dude.
I subbed to you on one of my accounts, Joe Dirt. I'll sub to you on my second account too, definitely.
3 marriages,
Oh,
man.
thank you.
I haven't been through one.
But I got something
I don't
to
want
say,
to.
Floyd. If you ain't first, you're last. So don't do a second.
Yeah. I'm not gonna. I don't think I'll ever get married, honestly. It's probably a good thing. I proposed to a girl one time, and it's probably a very good thing she said no. Well, she took the ring, of course, and then and then sold it
She
or
might have
something. I don't
been
know.
smarter than you, Crunchy. That might have been one I would have chased after. She might have been smarter than you.
Well, that's probably why I liked her.
There you go. Yeah, that's called the man trap.
I'll be right back.
No, seriously though, man. You know, I mean, I think about it. I thought about it the last couple days. You know, I got offended sometimes. And I rethink myself and go, oh man, I'm so happy I made the decisions I made. I've already had 3 wives. I've already bought 3 houses. I've watched all 3 of them lose their houses. They sold them outright cashes. Live in swamp. You know what? I move on, and every time I became greater. Right now, I have more than most. And it's not because of much, but you don't stop. I was retired at 36. God allowed me that one. Thank God, because I'm now 45, 46. Oh, I'm at the end of my existence. That's why he gave me that 10 years of loving. Now I go through another $1 million surgery, and I'm going to sail around the world, motherfuckers. That's what it means to be a man and a papa. You don't stop. I've never met one woman in my life that ever said that. Happy Papa's Day. And that's all I really wanted to say. And I don't want to say it on your channel, Patrick, because it's halfway offensive to the world. But it's my life, and that's what I believe.
I don't censor anybody on here. I let anybody talk about whatever they want to talk about. You know, I mean, let it rip, my man. We're listening. Did I freeze up, or can you all hear me? Or did Joe just freeze?
Oh, wow. Did Joe freeze?
Yeah, he must have froze. I thought it was me. So, I'm sure we'll get Joe back soon. I don't think Joe realizes he's froze. We can't hear you, Joe.
Hey, Chris.
Hey, what's up? Can y'all hear me?
Yep,
Yeah.
we hear you.
Okay. What's up? How you doing?
Who are you, Chris?
Yeah, I'm
Are
Chris.
Are you AI?
No. Why?
What
That was
what state do you live in?
What?
What state do you live in?
Well, I don't disclose that information on here, but I'm not AI.
Why? Who's gonna find you if you give up your state?
There might be people.
Okay.
I don't give up that information. But why? Why do you think I'm AI?
I didn't say I thought you were an AI.
Okay, you just asked me, so
I just
usually
asked you the question.
no, I'm not AI.
Can you tell which photos have a stoplight in it?
LOL. I can't even. Dude, you know what kills me is they ask me which photos have a parking meter in it, and they give me a picture of a mailbox. That's a mailbox. I'm not clicking it, and they say, make sure you choose all the photos. So I choose the mailbox, and they say, okay. Well, that's not a freaking parking meter. It is a mailbox. But they say, I don't know. It makes no sense. It's comical.
I think it's funny. A AI/robot is giving you a test to ask you whether you're a robot.
No, it is so ironic. Oh, that's so funny.
Crunchy, if you want me to email you, you have to put it in chat somewhere so I can go back and look at it when I'm by my email.
Are you inside or outside, Chris?
I right now am inside.
You're what?
Inside.
Inside a computer?
Yes. Absolutely.
Okay. So you're telepathic, right?
No, I'm psychic, intuitive, empath. I'm psychic, so I can tell things.
Yeah.
I'm intuitive, so I can sense danger. And I'm an empath, which is emotional.
You have just given me what a computer is like. Right?
I don't think so. No.
You can tell the future. The computer can algorithm the future.
All right, Pat, man. You're stretching now.
That's a good stretch.
I love you all. You guys crack me up.
Yeah. So, Chris.
Yes. Pat.
Can you tell Floyd or Crunchy Bee's future?
Can I tell their future?
Yeah.
No,
Well, she'd have to see my palm.
Future is ever changing with the decisions that they make.
I told somebody this earlier. When I was a kid, I dated a girl whose mom was a witch, or she says she was a good witch, or what do you call a Wiccan? That's the word. And she read my palm and said I was going to die young. And well, I've made it to 34, so.
Yeah, I was wondering where Joe Dirt went. He was saying too much truth, I think. Told you Google wouldn't let me talk. He said, told you Google wouldn't let me talk. Well, come on here and try again.
I put my email in the chat if anybody wants to hit me up.
It's like the reason, it's probably the reason that Joel doesn't have very many subs that can get his stuff out there, so they allow him to talk on his channel. But I'm a little bit tad bigger where I can get a little bit more audience. So they won't let Joe Dirt tell the truth on here. We need to get Joe Dirt as many followers as we can. I want everybody I know on here following Joe Dirt.
I just subbed. What was it? Propagate said Joe got overheated and his program defaulted to pause. Is his internet just running really bad? Is that what it is?
I don't know. But his channel should be in the thousands of subs.
Yeah,
because when he talks, he does talk a lot of truth.
I think it's just because his name's Joe Dirt. Like, you can't search him. It's hard to find. I don't know, maybe. I don't know.
I know. He is very hard to find. I just tried to find him now and no.
So, like Chris, what's your YouTube? Like, how could I ever find Chris?
You can never find Chris, man. Chris is like, she's one of those people that just pop in, pop out, and, you know. I like my anonymity. So, I can tell you my email starts with PSY.
You ain't got to, okay, you ain't got to tell me. Just hit me up. My email's on there.
Right.
Anybody.
Joe Dirt just sent another link.
My email starts with PSY, so.
All right, I will. If you hit me up, I will definitely respond.
Yeah, Rick is looking. He's looking for Joe Dirt, but yeah, he's very hard to find. I can't find him. I'm subbed to him, but I can't find him.
Yeah, Brother Rick, Joe Dirt. Anyone who wants to know Joe Dirt, just sent a link on his channel again for sure. He sent another link. It's in the chat.
Oh, he already. Okay. Because I was trying to see.
I'll be back.
It's good to see brother Rick in the house. Good to see you, brother.
I know I have Joe Dirt on here. I didn't realize I was sub to so many people. I suppose I better get into the J's. I'm going through this really slowly, but it's alphabetical order.
Pat, are you AI?
No. I almost said yeah.
I know.
Joe Dirt, J. If I was AI, I'd be a hell of a lot fucking smarter and richer. Aren't we all part of AI?
We're controlled by it in the society and the system and the matrix we live in.
I'm not.
That's controlled by the elites and the Illuminati and the Freemasons and the high up echelon
Well,
that run the system.
Does that make you feel better to feel that way?
Pat's more Atari than Microsoft. Thanks, Mad Pine.
That's funny.
Hey, Chris, your voice does sound very familiar.
Well, I've been on your show like a lot of times.
Yeah.
And I've been on Algo's show a lot of times. And I've been on Jason's show a lot of times. But those are the only 3 shows I go on.
Seems like this is the most I've ever heard you talk, though, on any.
Yeah,
when I've seen you.
I don't like to interrupt people when they talk, so I usually just mute while other people are talking. I find it.
Most of the time we can't hear you.
Can you hear me now?
Yeah, and people cut you off a lot.
Yeah, they do.
They don't know you're talking half of the time, so they start talking. I can't find Joe Dirt in my own list. I cannot find Joe Dirt. And
Not really. I hate
know
the YouTube. The YouTube mobile app, it like you can't see who you're subscribed to, but on the YouTube TV, you can see every person you're subscribed to.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's pretty cool. On like an Android TV, I use a Fire TV. Any kind of Android app TV, whatever, smart TV.
Yeah, so you got a smart TV?
Well, it's like a Fire Stick, so it turns a regular TV.
I have Roku.
Roku sucks.
Yeah?
Just my opinion.
I don't know. They seem to be all right. I don't know.
You gotta pay for Roku. I don't pay for anything.
What? Wait. What? I paid $50 for Roku.
If you had a Fire Stick, I could hook you up for free. You could watch anything for free. I could show you easily how to do it.
Roku doesn't charge a monthly, do they?
I thought they did.
No, they don't. You buy it.
Oh, they don't?
Well, even though $50 is kind of expensive for Roku, because normally it's like $20 or $30.
Really? And I bought this like a couple months ago, and I bought it at Walmart, and I paid $50 for it.
The thing is, it's not Android based like Fire TV is, as far as I know. They have their own like operating system, and as far as apps goes, like it's free. Roku's not going to charge you anything a month, but if you say you want to watch something on Netflix, you have to, of course, subscribe to Netflix for whatever it is a month.
Right.
But the thing about Fire TV is Android based, so there's all these apps that you can put on it and not have to pay for things. I mean, if you got the money, I mean, who cares? But I'm broke like all the time, so I'm like.
Well, there's a lot of things on Roku you can watch without the apps.
Oh yeah, I mean, I'm sure there is, but
I
can watch all the brand new movies, and anything. It's great. I could do it on my Android phone too.
How did it come back in, Joel?
Crunchy, are you looking for a reading?
A what?
Reading.
I'd be open to it.
Okay, so that's good. I kind of felt like you kind of wanted a reading.
Yeah, I'd be open to. A lot. I guess I might have I don't know where my line would be drawn, as in like a witchcrafty kind
Shut
of.
up, Crunchy Bean.
I'm not
a
witch.
Let her give you a reading.
Oh, are we gonna do it now?
No.
No, I didn't think so.
No, I don't do it. I don't do it live.
Yeah, live on air.
No, I don't.
Smurfer Girl is in here. Good to see you, Smurfer Girl.
Hey, Smurfer, what up? I watched that like whole crappy movie of Double Nickels or something last night. But I did love all the cars and stuff. I was in and out of it, but it's great that you're doing those old movies and stuff. I wish we could do that more. All of us just watch a movie and just talk about it. It's great.
Joe was trying to get in here. Try one more time, Joe. I'm gonna see. I can't go live. So you can't go live on your own show? Can you go live on your own show, Joe? I hope you can go live because that's it. It's a good. I'd love to listen to him. He's funny. He's funny for one thing, and the other is he talks so much truth. Beetlejuice, Smurfer. Beetlejuice. And poof, Joe's gone. Chris, can you mute yourself when you're not talking? Because there's crackling sound coming on.
Yes.
There, that's better. It's awesome to see you in here, Smurfer Girl. Okay, so we're on 3 hours and 38 minutes. So I'm gonna hang her up pretty soon because I have to get up in 2.5 hours. So let's see if Joe's gonna try to come back in. If he doesn't make it in, then we're gonna call it a night. Because I'm starting to get tired.
Are you still gonna be up?
What?
No, I was just gonna tell Crunchy I'll email him in a little bit if he's gonna be up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I should probably be awake for a little while.
Okay.
All right. Well, Joe Dirt's coming in. What up?
Hey, Joe.
Hey, Joe.
Maybe he cannot hear us.
Or not, I guess.
Joe, can you hear us? Thanks, Propagate. Hey, so Joe, can you go live? I'm gonna end the show here, and then you go live, and let's see. I'll watch you for a little bit. So everybody, you guys had any last words for the people out there?
Good night.
Famous last words from Chris. Good night.
I'll hop over to Joe Dirt's channel if he's gonna go live. Oh, thank you, Smurfer. I grew that coleus for like a year and a half. They're pretty. I like them. They're easy to propagate. But anyways, yeah, I'll hop over to Joe Dirt's if anybody else wants to meet over there. And thank you, Patrick, for having me, and everybody else in the chat and came on. It's been great talking to all y'all.
Love and peace to all.
Yeah, thanks, Crunchy B. Thanks for coming on. I appreciate it. I always like having you on, Crunchy. Just like I love having Joe Dirt on. Floyd. Cammy was supposed to come back. I don't know what happened there. But Cammy, if you can hear us, we love you. And I wish you would have came back. Sorry that you didn't. Smurfer Girl, we gotta have you back on pretty soon, right, Smurfer Girl? What's the dragons in front of the first house? Okay, Floyd, I appreciate you on. Is there anything that you want to say, Floyd?
Definitely. Oh, Joe Dirt was on here, and then he got off. That's weird.
Yeah, probably because we couldn't hear him. Okay, Floyd. Whoa, last words.
Love you all, brothers and sisters.
Is that it, Floyd?
Wait, what's going on?
I was asking you whatever last words you wanted to say.
Well, I hope the best for us all. That was a really awesome live stream, by the way, and I can't wait to do more, brother. You know, that'll be awesome. I can now get into more live streams because I got me a laptop now, and it'll be a lot easier. No more echoey problems.
Yeah, you sound great.
Yeah, you sound really good. So, yeah, I appreciate it, Floyd. Floyd, you're welcome on anytime. You always have great wisdom. I like hearing about your thoughts about the Bible and everything. So, all right, guys, I bid you all good night. And there was something else I wanted to say, and I forgot what it was. And it pisses me off because I'm like, fuck.
Hey, do you want to try? I have your video open, and it is 30 minutes long. Do you want to try to play it, or?
No, that's weird. You're reading my mind there, Crunchy. That's exactly what I wanted to tell everybody. Make sure you go check that video out that I put up earlier. I think you'll find it rather funny. So watch that 30-minute video I put up, guys. All right, guys.
Good night.
Good night. And I'm actually gonna go watch that myself. I have not. I didn't watch it before I put it up. So I'm gonna watch it myself. All right, guys.
All right.
Good night, and stay vigilant.